What's up, dude?
Time, even when I'm ready for it, bro.
Oh, were you doing
You
the
hit
intro?
me like a no. Every time you hit me like a truck, there's a moment of silence, and then you just come in like a god or something. Hello.
Oh, well, thanks. It's nice to know you think of me that way.
Yeah.
Sorry, the intro's a little scuffed here. We had like 3 minutes in between the previous set and this set, so last one was a banger. This is the last quarterfinal, and it's between Vinchester and Leary. So we'll see. We got Laming starting already. Vinchester bringing the scout forward.
Yeah, he's gonna take a goat. That's not bad. He just does a quick little trip and then he leaves. I have him in blue, by the way, and I have Leary in red.
Same. Yep.
Takes a little bit of doing. Okay. And I'm just gonna stay consistent because we know Leary's gonna change his color, and people don't like purple for some reason from Vinchester. So keep him in blue.
Yep, that works. Very open map generation. Neither player has a backwood line. Lots of hills through the middle. This is already more open than some of the generations we saw in the entirety of the first series. So that's going to change things. I wanted to talk about the theme that I expect from Vinchester today, because I do think most people still see Leary as the favorite. And Vinch loves infantry. So little 2 militia drush, follow up into a 3rd and 4th militia and man-at-arms. And I think Leary's a little more of a scout, archer, skirmisher style player. So this map could help the Armenians with the feudal age longswords.
Yeah, I mean, it's in my opinion a worse map for Vinchester, just because the woodlines are so far away, and every single one of them is like near hills or on hills. It's kind of difficult. But he's going to hold that forward pressure. Like, he's kind of the guy as the game is paused here. Just trying to get it figured out. Maybe a server issue with Vinchester being in Asia right now. Vinchester's kind of the pioneer of the 2 militia drush. I think it started in King of the Desert 4. He started doing that.
Yep.
And now it's like it's firmly entrenched in the meta. It's like one of the most common, if not the most common opening for a lot of these guys. And we'll see how Leary decides to handle it. I mean, the timings they can hit now is insane with
I think
militia into men-at-arms, into archers. It's crazy.
I mean, I think Leary would always want, if he could game plan around doing the same build as somebody, assuming he thinks it's a good build, he would always love that, right? Because Leary is maybe the best execution player in the game. So maybe he will have the same approach, and he won't try and go for any extreme to counter it. Because sometimes when you try and like play too defensive against it, you're on 1 or 2 archers. Micro isn't exactly perfect, and then suddenly they have 2 skirms there as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, still pause for me as well. But another aspect of the build, which does make it rather difficult, is if there's no hunt to push. And there is not a lot of deer around, so they might only be able to push 1 or 2 gazelles, which could make it tricky.
Is it gazelles or is it gazelle?
What about a... No, I don't know. Gazellers? Yeah, I don't know. Good question. I'm still not awake yet. The last series took a lot out of me, and I was trying to finish my cheese. But I'm finished now. I'm done eating.
It sounded like you had a full mouthful. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
How much cheese were you eating?
Well, it's just like a little, little cheese block. And, a gazillion. A gazillion. I like that. If there's a lot of them.
That's more than the 3 that's on the map for each player, 4 or whatever it is.
All right, nice. Well, not a lot to work with here since it's paused. I think if it's paused for both of us, that's probably them having a discussion. But yeah, if Vinch is in Asia at the moment, Viper already brought it up. So like Viper's already thinking that he would maybe prefer to play against Leary because he wants to have a low ping game. That actually should add some advantages to Vinchester. I think for Leary, he wants those low ping games because he's such a good micro player.
Yes.
So
which civ do you like better here? Malians or Armenians?
I think if the map is full wall style, which is the opposite of this, I prefer the Malians. But I think a map like this, it's much better for the Armenians. It might get kind of crazy. You might need to wheel around with the mule cart. And this is a map where I could actually see feudal age longswords working because of how open it is. So I think that Vinchester will be happy to see how open the map is. And Leary, if he has a weakness as a player, it is that he never likes to make a ton of army in Feudal. Feudal, he just kind of holds. He'll always play on either one range or one stave, but we'll never see the second. So on certain maps, there's maybe a chance he could get overwhelmed.
Well, that's just a byproduct of him being the favorite most of the time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't want to fully invest in Feudal. He wants to get to Castle Age, wants to take advantage of his timings. And most importantly, similar to Viper and Hera style, like you just want to make do with as little as you can possibly invest into. You do not want to overinvest. And those guys stay away from that big time. We saw it in the Viper set. A lot of those games that went late, like Viper just stops making military.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
I mean, Leary, you'll never have that problem in Castle Age, but like you mentioned, in Feudal Age, sometimes can be an issue.
I think Vinchester did wall a lot this tournament, a lot more than I was ever expecting him to. I'm guessing it was just because he didn't feel like he had to play his best stuff against his previous opponents, and he just felt like he was a class above. But I think it was against Prisma, and then it was against Dark. I just noticed a lot of games where it was like full wall, so I don't think that'll work against Leary. I wouldn't necessarily expect it, but I felt it was worth bringing up. Also, this Gazelle is going to path near the mule cart there, so that's a little bit of food income for Vinchester if he wants to take that.
Yeah, if he wants to take it. I think it'll just hang out there as well.
Yeah.
So that's going to be nice for him. The 2 militia are coming forward for Vinch. He sees the berries from Leary, so that's the target for now, anyway. Ideally, once you get men-at-arms, I don't know if you want to be pressuring those berries, especially if Leary's going archers. You might want to pressure the woodline instead. But he can assume where the woodline is because he sees the rest of the map. So it's probably going to be up near that gold that he can see. And he's actually arriving here. 2 militia. Leary just fights it with the Vils.
Yeah, let's see if Leary stays. Let's see if he adds walls. So far, he already knew this was coming. He positioned his woodline perfectly to have enough Vils on both sides. And in the early game before Loom, he had the Palisades. Now, he does get some quick walls down. But when a player just feels like they could outplay you, they're usually just going to chill there and not even add the walls. So at least he showed a little bit of respect to the potential of Vinchester there.
Yeah, and he's adding militia himself. So it'll be men-at-arms for Leary. I wonder if he keeps those at home to clear that up. I mean, he got a little bit of damage on that militia. He also knows there's going to be 2 more likely following up, so maybe he tries to catch those on the way across. Or he could just send them forward. His scout is remarkably inactive for Leary.
Yeah, it's like on the edge of the map.
Found the woodline.
Yeah.
Like, where's the woodline from his POV for Vinchester? He can't see anything, dude.
Yeah, I wonder if he will search a lot behind the town center as well. He knows, roughly speaking, where the town center is, but if he were to just loop around, he could completely surprise Vinch. Vinch didn't even see the barracks, dude. So he's just sticking to his build, and he hasn't walled the woodline at all. So if Leary does end up finding this, he could do a devastating amount of damage, but he hasn't seen it yet. Maybe he guesses now because he sees the villager moving to the right?
I mean, where isn't it?
I mean, it's just wild.
It's wide open.
Okay, at least he'll go to the berries. This is actually good for Vinch. If Vinch loses the Vil here, it could have been so much worse for him. Vinchester will know now. Leary will get the block, and good start for Leary. 1 villager kill, and he's fully defended at home.
Yeah, and Vinch actually moved past the woodline with his militia as well. So he didn't add the 4th one. He's going up. He's getting men-at-arms. Gets the wood upgrade right away. So that's the benefit of not adding that 4th militia. And then goes for the range at home to defend himself. But he's not in the optimal position to apply pressure on that woodline or on the gold, right? You can maybe pick away at the berries, but this isn't the type of position that you want if you're opening men-at-arms. You want to pressure the wood and you want to pressure the gold.
I think it could have been worse for Vinch. You're not really thinking about it that way when you're playing. You're like, oh, I lost a Vil. Could have been worse, trying to put a positive spin on it. But if the woodline would have been found, it could have been more devastating. But so far, so good for Leary. And the second he's on 2 archers, I mean, it's Leary. Everything's already walled. I think he should be able to force Vinchester away pretty easily there.
Unfortunate, the mill setup as well. Downhill hits.
Yeah.
Onto that mill. Even without arson, it's gonna take a lot of repairing. And that archer is slowly working away on the scout. Like, Leary finds value from just sitting here with these men-at-arms. and he's going to force the archers to defend at home, so they can't support the men-at-arms forward. However, Vinchester's not tossing away those men-at-arms. He's going to keep them as a threat back there, and Leary still knows they're there, so his army has to kind of stay in this area for the time being anyway.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough to quick wall on mule carts. At least it is for me. Vinchester gets the quick wall, makes it look easy. And yeah, they're essentially doing the same thing, which again, in my mind, is maybe something you would want to avoid as the underdog, but many people don't think Vinchester is an underdog. I would say if he is, he's not a massive underdog, right? He's probably top 10 on Arabia. It's just that Leary we see is like number 2, probably.
I mean, he's 400 elo ahead of him.
True. Yeah, Vinch is way ahead in elo. True.
Casual viewers are like, huh?
Yeah. Like, Leary notoriously doesn't play a lot of ranked, doesn't play too actively on the ladder, and still 2,600 elo, but nice work there from Vinch, as you said, still keeping Leary at home at the very least. He made Leary work with some quick walls there. I like the wall situation here for Vinch. As long as this army doesn't get through, he's just not expecting it. Okay, he does see it.
Okay, that's a good reaction. That's a really nice reaction there. And that's not a spot that Leary wants to be, in the middle of that area, walled in. He's going to hunt down the archers. Men-at-arms are nice and fast now, so they can actually chase those away. There's only one skirm there, though, so Vinch should get away with those archers. Should be able to protect his gold going forward. He does lose an archer to the scout from Leary. That's a nice snipe, as he's trying to get rid of that skirmisher over there, and he's going to lose. He's going to kill the scout. Never mind.
Yeah.
Thought he was going to lose another skirmisher. Nice job.
Are you sensing, though, that we are in a higher ping game right now?
A little bit, yeah.
You just tell that there's a little bit more. That they're still moving very quickly. They're still playing amazing, but you just tell that it's not low ping server. And I'm wondering if that could start to slow one of these players down a little bit. Vinchester comes in. The man-at-arms finally get their value, but no, the quick wall. And Leary gets the quick wall down. Villager is safe for now.
What were you saying about high ping? Holy reaction time in there from Leary to save that villager. He knew that scout was coming in.
That's so
and
frustrating.
He's going to kill the scout from Vinch, too. Oh, my goodness.
That's so frustrating as a player. Like, you feel like you've done the work to get a villager kill, and then they just robbed you. Beautiful stuff from Leary here. So, as this matchup scales, if they're both on range units, this is where the Malians love to be. They have the gold mining bonus, so they're rising up in gold. Their university upgrades are cheaper, so they could play towards ballistics. And really, like we said, if it was super open, if it was super messy, and then Armenians were on long swords, that's where I like them. But it's a range unit war, so advantage Leary right now.
I don't think Leary didn't see the second range either from Vinch. So he doesn't know that it could be 2-range production here for Vinchester. There's going to be a lot of skirmishers. The infantry's finally getting cleared up, but this is a dangerous archer army making its way over towards that mule cart in the wood line. Does he chop through before it arrives? No. He can still move them over to the right side.
Yeah, but there's still a hole there, so the units could actually just run through again. And Vinch is moving forward with a lot of his units right now. He wants to get aggression
a hole in
in.
Leary space.
So, yeah, I guess there's a hole on both sides.
Yep.
Yeah, they both have really big problems right now. Woodline for Vinchester's an issue, and then the berry's an issue for Leary. He hasn't reacted yet.
I think it's a bigger issue for Vinch, though.
Yeah.
It's a bigger issue for Vinch. Like, being chased off the berries, whatever, but you get chased off that woodline. There's nowhere for the villagers to go. Leary just snipes another villager, 3-0. Eco KD right now. Vinchester's trying to take out those archers over there. You're starting to see the high ping in some of these fights.
Yeah.
Like, we were seeing it earlier, but it's very clear. These players should be a little bit more consistent on pulling the weak units away and sniping down some of these.
Well, you also just have a situation where it's classic Leary. He stays 1 range against 2 range, and he gets more value. And then he can beat you to Castle H, and then he can beat you to the upgrades.
Is he going to beat him to Castle H, though? Vinch's eco is actually really solid. He's idled to get there.
Yeah.
But he's going to click up first. That's not common against Leary in a situation like this, especially when he was producing from 2 ranges.
Also, because Vinch has some momentum now, he's going to come in on the right side. So this is not the direction Leary was ever expecting an army to come in from. And that'll be a villager snipe. And maybe we could get more here as well. The skirmishers are firing uphill. Nice work there from Leary, but this is what Vinch needs. Multi-armies, pulling Leary out of position. I mean, it's crazy to me that Leary hasn't just built a tower on this gold. We've seen so many people build safe towers with far better maps, but so far he hasn't felt he needs to.
And he loses a villager, pulls the army back, but clears that up completely. Still only one range production for Leary this entire time.
Yeah.
It's been producing 87% of the time, so really, really solid on that count. And Vinch at least saw the stable, which you would expect from the Malians. But Bloodlines is on the way in from Leary. Vinchester, when he gets to Castle Age, is it just going to continue to be crossbow production? What's the transition from him?
I don't hate knights from both, truthfully, because they're both losing a lot of their archers, and there's a lot of skirms left over. So we might see stable from both. You could consider playing Warrior Priest as well, and spam Warrior Priest, pick up the relics. They're really cheap now. The devs made them much cheaper, and they have crazy stats. They can actually fight back a couple knights.
Yeah, the KD is not looking good for Vinch right now. Leary is just finding value, as he so often does, right? He might be surprised by a little bit faster Castle Age from the Armenians as Elite Skirm Crossbow and the Wood Upgrade coming in. All at the same time for Vinchester. From Leary, we got Bodkin Arrow flying in. Doesn't have a market, so can't use all that gold in the bank. But still, the scout is going to help on this fight, and he's going to take that hill. Buy himself a little bit of
Vinchester
time.
reacted really late there. I think maybe there was some aspect of that was intentional, because he was focusing down the skirms.
Did you cancel Elite Skirm now?
I was just going to say, the fact he's getting Elite Skirm and is losing so many skirms is painful. But he can back up, and with one monk added, he can heal them. And then with one monk added, the knight from Leary might not accomplish much. So, well played, to Vinch.
Knights are gonna be brutal here, though. You almost need another fortified church on that gold back there, and like a monk just sitting there. The base is so wide open for Vinchester.
I love, though, how he just marches forward. He knows the gold's exposed. It's still crazy to me. I mean, Leary's leaving his army at home, but crazy to me that Leary has that gold so exposed. If that gold was protected, he could maybe counterattack a bit more. But he'll drop
Vinch
siege
saw
for now.
the siege workshop. He just saw it.
Okay.
So that's really nice. It might force him into a stable of his own.
He's also
Goes for
dropping
the
the
church
church
at the
in the back. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that wood line at the back, if you could even call it that, might end up being pretty nice for him. Because I don't think Leary's ever going way back there. So those vills should be safe. But the middle is
he can
crazy.
sneak the mule cart in there on the Oasis and be super safe too. Yeah.
Sounds like a low elo tactic.
If it works.
I mean, Osal's in already for Vinchester. The KD's slightly better for Leary, but we're about to see relic number 1 for Vinchester. Let's see how quick his reaction is when the knights come in. He has the monk there. If he were to try and drop the relic and get a conversion, maybe he gets one.
Too late. Too late.
Yeah, too late.
Should have just kept going with it. And then maybe gate wall with the villager or something.
Yeah, run to the other
might
monk.
get them,
If he runs to the other
tough.
monk, I think Leary backs away. Leary's now going to the gold. The church is there to defend. But Leary doesn't seem too bothered by that. And Leary goes for another Vill kill, and he'll get that. Well, nice micro there from Leary.
And I like the walls that Leary has slowly put down on the left, too. Like this crossbow army, if there's no walls there, or if he doesn't plug that gap, can still get in, start killing villas. He's very distracted, takes his eye off the forward pressure. Instead, and just slowly make his way over here. Farms are rattled for a little bit, but it's fine. He doesn't really have to worry about that.
There's going to be an army type issue here for Vinchester because his crossbow's on the left. That's not working out because the skirms are there. His skirms in the north, they just get cleared up by knights. And so, well played from Leary. Leary, just a minute of idle TC time, drops the second town center now, kills off the crossbows, and now he's got a really strong position.
It's just a line of death there with the crossbows, all of them going down. Look at the KD, 47 to 26. And they've essentially been making the same units too. It's just Vinchester was like constantly trying to be aggressive, super aggressive. And Leary was able to fend off all of that damage. Siege Workshop goes up for Vinch. Mangonel is coming out, but now we're going to have a Mangonel on the hill for Leary and the Knights. He just needs to avoid getting converted.
Leary like someone like Mr. Yo or Vinchester in this case, they kind of chip away at you and run, right? Hit and run, hit and run. Leary smothers you with his armies. Like, he will build up to this point, and he will just run you down right through the middle. Now, as I say that, there's still the potential for side raids, but this is just... This pressure's not going to stop if Vinchester doesn't deal with it quickly. He does get the uphill hit. He doesn't get the kill he wants on the Mangonel, though. But he does get a hit on the skirms.
And he saves the Mangonel, too. We saw the last set how big shots against the skirms can make a huge difference and turn the game completely around.
Gold, though. Gold's an issue.
Managed to kill them. The gold.
Villagers are going down there. The Mangonel goes down for Leary. He's still taking down the Siege Workshop. There was a Mangonel at 99% that just got denied. And so now there's just one weak Mangonel in defense for Vinchester.
Notice the gold, Tristan. Phil didn't notice the gold.
Oh, man.
It's just so many kills.
And the crazy thing is, Leary knows about the gold, and Leary's still taking a really reasonable trade. Well, that attack round wasn't great, but he's still taking a decent trade
I've ever seen.
over here, yeah.
Holy cow.
We'll give him some credit and say that he didn't make a mistake there, but...
Is this the GG moment when Vinchester looks back and realizes he's lost 25 vills?
We've all been there.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
We've all been there. It's the worst if you're ever in a team game and your teammate's on voice. Drop? No, he's here.
No, he didn't drop. He's still controlling the crossbows. He still hasn't seen it. He still hasn't seen it. He just saw it.
He looks at that church and is hoping that the flag on it meant that there's 10 vills in there, that he forgot to ungarrison, but it was just a relic.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like we so often see, sometimes the best raiding force is just 1 or 2 units because you've got so many other things to worry about.
Do you remember that clip with Nilly, the famous clip where his opponent paused and asked him if he was still here?
Oh, yeah. That's so funny.
And Nilly responded with, yes, just bad.
Just bad. Yep. I've encountered that scenario. I've been the guy who's asked if someone was still there before. And you feel like a real jerk. I've also seen MVL has had that happen many times. He's like destroying someone and they're like, nope, still here.
Oh, it's so many. There was so much res in the bank. Like, Vinch was locked into that fight, apparently.
Yeah.
Couldn't pay attention anywhere else. And he kind of needed to be, but like, he's just going to go forward. This is like a Mr. Yo or a doubt maneuver right now. This is like, I realize we can't get back into the game. We have to make it crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Go for it.
It might look really, really bad, but it's exactly what you need because you're completely dead otherwise. So here he goes. It's going to be tough for him to get there without Leary seeing it. He will have
got town watch as
redemption.
Well. Leary saw it.
Yeah. He'll bring his army over.
Yikes. And he has to go for the castle further back, not the hill he wanted, because he sees the TC there.
Uh-oh, redemption.
He has redemption. Can't get the conversions on the Mangonels. He goes after the skirms instead.
Oh man, there was one monk converting the Mangonel. And then that one got killed. And now the siege is on the way. Will the castle go up? 70%. Redemption. Oh, converts one.
Castle goes up, dude. Castle goes up.
He almost has imp resources. If he could somehow sell everything and go imp with a forward castle, things get kind of crazy.
Yeah, I guess.
Even just composite bowman could be okay against skirms and just a couple knights. And then the occasional monk to convert siege?
I mean, Leary has the resources to go imp as well, though.
Yeah.
Like, he got handcart super early. His eco is very efficient. He's missing the second wood upgrade. But Leary will want to go up to imp and get fast chemistry and then bomber and push this back.
Vinch's eco balance is ridiculous considering he lost 30 vills. How does his farming eco look like it does? How does he have a forward castle now? I actually think... I would have said 0% chance before. I'm going to give him 5% right now because Siege...
If he goes for a second castle here,
yeah,
which he probably will.
It might be on the MTC. I feel like we're at the point now where everyone knows to reposition their imp TC, but Leary just knows not to do the one that's immediately under the current castle. He's not expecting another castle to be possible.
I think he puts it in the back TC, the very back TC.
Vinch is imping, dude.
I mean, I mean, he's forced to, right? You have to go for something crazy here. He didn't sell his stone either. So he's going to be able to get another castle, and it's going to be on the gold from Leary. The secondary gold has already been taken out. That's the main gold from Leary. Doesn't even put it on the hill. He puts it below the hill there. And then there's one more gold in the back. So that should be enough for Leary. And Leary still hasn't clicked up.
No, he hasn't. But now he should never make the mistake. Let's see if he allows his castle to go up. He wants to kill those monks. Be careful here, Vinchester. You need conversions. Yeah, Vinch will be fine. Leary still hasn't clicked up.
He still hasn't gone up.
And that's the TC. The middle TC.
Oh, boy. Is there enough time here for Vinchester to get some trebs out and kill that?
It would be close. I think he's going to go for the castle, yeah. What do you think about this castle? Because normally I like the castles to be on a town center. I would have liked the castle closer to the town center where it also ranges the gold. And not at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think he wasn't, like, he's not debating over his castle placements. He's not in that mentality in this game state, right? He's just like, whatever, we'll see if it works.
Yeah.
That's his whole mindset at the moment.
Well, amazing play from Vinch to give himself a shot. I thought this game was over. He's got 4 relics, let's not forget. He also does have outposts through the middle, so if Leary ever tries a counterattack, he would probably see any movement there. And he's converting the blacksmith now, too.
He's only 3k res collected behind. Like, not even that.
I guess the mule carts?
The mule cart, well, and the relics. The relics don't even count towards that number, I think.
But he's really microing the mule carts well. When I play with mule carts, I've got like 25 of them. I'm like Hart. There's a million everywhere, and they're bumping into each other, and they're not efficient at all. Yeah. Sorry, Hart, but...
No, it's true. It's true. I always count them after he plays mule cart civ. 100%.
Do you remember that one game with Sito and Capwatch where Sito had like 70 lumber camps or something?
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that castle from Vinchester. Holy cow.
There's no way he can get that one up. That's ambitious. I mean, props to him. He needs ambition because he's still behind in Vils.
Yep.
But yeah, he's got trebs from the other castle already going on to Leary's castle. Leary has a lot of skirmishers in the back, and he will snag chemistry right away, so he's aiming for bombard cannons.
This is the first time Leary's been at Vinchester's base in a very long time.
Mm-hmm. And
he might find some damage. It's only 2 camels in a night, though. And yeah, Vinchester places the castle further back. Wants to take out that castle from Leary, but fast chemistry, bombard cannons. Leary has the tools he needs without castles.
Are skirms that good here as Malians? Because the benefit of skirm is you have armor. The composite bowmen ignore armor, and then you lack bracer.
I think it's more like a casualty of the way his eco is set up.
Yeah.
Like, he has the food, he has the wood.
But, I mean, the composite bowmen, even without elite, they're doing okay. And Leary...
And Treb's going to be denied. The final Treb out of the castle.
Yeah. And like, if Leary tries to Treb this castle back, he might just lose his own trebuchets to the composite bowman. Vinchester's got enough stone for another castle, too. He could have more composite bowman production than Leary has skirmisher production.
This is now a really weird mindset for Vinchester, and everyone's been in it, where you go for a YOLO play, and then you're like into Imperial Age pushing, and you're thinking, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Can this actually work?
Yeah.
Like, can this... And you start to maybe get a little bit nervous now. Like,
yeah.
And start to actually think about your actions rather than just slapping down a castle in any old place.
Leary has 1 TC, 1 town center. There's 2 for Vinch, so Vinch has the lead there. Leary has 0 relics. Vinchester has 4. Vinchester has 3 castles, is about to build a 4th castle.
Leary only has 1 gold available to him.
And Vinch is block printing on the monks, so he can convert the bombard cannons. I think Vinchester can win this, and with that castle in the north, yeah, Leary will have very little space. He can't even farm where he's trying to farm right now.
And the skirms are dying. The skirms are dying.
They melt. He's doing it.
It's another raid in the back for Leary. He's going to kill villagers from Vinchester again, but it didn't work the first time. Is it going to work this time?
Apparently, he can kill 30 vills back there, and there's still a chance.
Bombard cannon! Did you see that?
Yeah, he converted it.
Bombard cannon. He nuked the skirms, and the momentum just keeps coming, keeps increasing from Vinchester. Look at the farms from Leary. He's freaking out, dude. T90 farms in the back of his base. Oh, my God.
I mean, I would be freaking out, too. And believe me, the farms would not look like that because I use the auto feature now. But I think it might be GG because skirms don't work. Bombard cannons don't work. The only thing that could work right now is his own trebs. There's 3 trebs on the hill.
Once the castle goes down, there's no protection against these composite bowmen.
Yeah.
Once that castle's dead. The skirms aren't working. The bombard cannons are getting converted. Once this castle goes down, Leary actually might think about calling it.
Yeah, he lost the bombard cannon.
And oh my God, what a comeback.
What was that? Dude, like,
fuck?
We're like laughing. We're like, oh, this is cute. Vinchester's going to try a castle. I mean, respect to him. We've seen it all the time with Doubt. Never a chance. He lost 30 vills after killing maybe 0 or 1 and wins that game. What a turnaround.
Against Leary.
Yeah.
Of all players.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that this did to Leary, okay? It made it so Leary completely forgot about hitting Vinchester's base. Vinchester had no defense, right? He was getting pushed on that hill. Once that castle started, Leary went to go stop it. And then after he didn't stop it, he just fell back with everything. He didn't have any push anymore. And so maybe that was a mistake. But yeah, maybe it's also a weird situation where the composite bowmen are actually good because Malians don't get bracer. And they would go bombard cannons too.
Like Leary he probably should have been an imp.
Faster.
Which is weird to say because like Leary's usually the first one to imp and the timings are amazing. He should have been in imp 2 minutes faster by selling his res.
Yeah.
As soon as he sees that castle forward there, you have 3 TC, just sell your res, go up. Missing the second wood upgrade probably also hurt him. Maybe some upgrades missing along the way, but like Vinchester, what a response. We see that attempt all the time.
Yeah.
And it rarely works.
Especially with Armenians. Like Armenians are a good civ, but they're not like Chinese or Portuguese or one of these civs that you expect this type of comeback from. So I said it earlier in the game when I still thought he would lose. He was down in Vills, but his eco management was actually incredible. The balance was perfect. Even now, his farming eco looks perfect. So, all right. So we'll do the whole color game. Put them back to where they belong. And we got the way against the Vietnamese. Now, will Leary lame? He just lost a game that he had a pretty big lead in. Will he choose to try and lame, or will he just play safe? So far, no laming attempt from Leary.
Let me get into this one. I think like it's solid to come forward and do a loop, and just like look for the sheep if possible.
Yeah, I agree.
Find where all the resources are, right? You're not wasting a lot of time. I think he just finds his own boar first, finds some of his sheep with the scout, and now he's coming forward. And on average, you're still gonna find, if you do a full loop at this stage of the game with this timing, you're probably still gonna find 2 sheep. Or one of his at scouting, right? So it's pretty consistent.
Yeah, I like it. I also like the fact he's bringing his boar in fast because you never really know if your opponent will be trying to lame you.
Yeah, like a lot of people, when they see Vietnamese, they assume that the scout's coming forward, it's going to lame them. So they go to their opponent's base and try and lame them back because they know the scout's not exploring around there, right?
Vinch
so just get it back immediately.
Vinch did not see that one boar on the front. So all the times we've seen someone get punished for that, there's also plenty of times.
He doesn't even see the one in the back unless it's just wandered into the darkness there.
But Leary won't steal that one, right? Or does he tempt it?
He won't. No, he won't. He won't take it. No.
It's too far back there. Yeah, Vince should probably check the front of his base right now. He might be assuming Leary already stole something. He's just hoping there's a boar here. That's a pretty brutal position.
Is Leary going to wait for the villager?
Yeah, he might. But the villager's going the other way.
Winchester's going for the other boar. Yeah, Leary's like, whatever. I'm not going to hang around here.
Well, I mean, if you determine that your opponent is probably not taking this boar, which you should think of it in the next 30 seconds, maybe you do take it. Like maybe Vinchester thinks it's safe.
Maybe because he might find the other two. He might find the other 2 sheep on the way home too, which would be a really nice bonus.
Yeah.
Nah, he's leaving.
I mean, he can actually see the other boars underneath the TC now because he's Vietnamese. So you get the vision on the town center foundation tells you the first boar is there because of the carcass.
Dude, so unlucky. Look, he misses the sheep again.
But my thing is,
he's going over there. Is he looping back for that again? He knows the board timing on the first one, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, he's thinking about it. He's like, okay, this would be the time.
Oh, perfect timing. Here we go.
This would be the time. Vinchester's perspective. He's not expecting this at all.
Here we go.
Leary sees it. He's got to go now.
Too late. Too late.
Yeah, it's too. I don't think he can get it now. So he spent all this time here and he won't get the reward. Oh, maybe he will. Nope.
No.
Vinchester gets the hit. That was something that was a little bit easier to execute back when you had to shoot the boar twice for the boar to chase you. But you have less time now. So I'm just a little surprised. Normally, like you said, it's a little loop-de-loop. You look for something, you circle back home, and then if you didn't find anything, it's fine because you could push your own deer. But Leary, he actually doesn't have a lot of deer to push, I'm noticing, and he just comes home now.
And neither player are finding these sheep. Okay, Vinchester's going to come around here. He's going to see those, and he's going to be like, oh, I thought I got lamed. Okay, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Vinch got a little lucky this game. Let's be real. If his boar would have been in a slightly different location or sheep, slightly different location, Vinchester could be down significantly.
If Leary went 3 tiles in a different path in either direction, he could have stolen 4 sheep easily. Easily.
That's the risk that you take. And so now this is an instance where Leary has not benefited from the lame. But he did get the scouting intel. And there goes Vinchester. And Vinchester will actually see Loom on the Vills, which should tell him that Leary's not going for any type of drush or anything. And just big walls from Vinch, which I was gonna get to the matchup. I think both civs are insane if they can wall, but I feel like the Way have to wall because the Way have to invest into getting the additional Vills, and they don't have a discount on those eco upgrades.
Additional Vills, and they want to play into a unit where you need it all in one place.
Yeah.
Right? So the walls, just keep your eco at home, and then you can go forward with the Jean Bay Raiders.
I mean, look at Leary's perspective. Look at what he can see about with his base. Is there any way that he can ever justify a wall game? This is like one wood line. Doesn't see anything on the right corner, even though he scouted a lot. The other wood line's way to the north. Lots of hills. He wants an open game, and he's not going to get it.
Yep. I think he might assume that Vinchester will wall up, though. We'll see. I mean, Leary can keep Vinchester away from his base until the Castle Age, essentially.
Yeah.
And he's going to go for scouts.
Yeah, so from what Leary saw, he feels like scouts are a good option. I like scouts. Scouts into archers or skirmishers is good. And I like the hits there for Leary.
From Leary. Yeah, Feudal Age comes in earlier for him. He takes the hill. He just shoots the gazelle over in the middle. It's not so bad. Walking distance isn't terrible. And he's going to clear this up, but not before Vinchester sees what the opening is from Leary.
Nice quick wall from Leary,
Nice
and the scout goes down.
Dude. That was sick. All right, so he's still feeling it.
I like that decision from Vinch. I think in that scenario, I never want to lose my scout, and I just run home.
But you need to see.
Exactly.
You need to see what they're doing.
Yeah, so he sacrifices the scout for the information, and that information tells him that he doesn't need to add a stable or an archer range himself. So he could just play for the eco upgrades, so he has the 2 villager lead now.
Dude, if we drank something every single time someone made a way pun, do you think we would live beyond like this game?
Yeah, no. This game?
I
No.
think get my stomach pumped, dude.
Yeah,
In the hospital.
My maybe during COVID. I was drinking a little bit more during COVID. I don't know if my tolerance is there right now.
Yeah.
I think I'd be in trouble. Yeah, so Leary just has to accept. This is the worst type of feeling when you know your opponent has a villager lead and you've gone scouts and you can't break through walls. So he just has to accept that there's not too much he can do, and he'll add an archer range now.
I think, yeah, you just add an archer range. You hold the map control. You know that they're getting the extra villagers, but they had to invest time into the walls themselves, right? And they have to invest resources into the eco upgrades. And your eco upgrades are cheaper as well. You don't have the worst eco civ in the game. Vietnamese are pretty good.
Important detail, though. He did see the mining camp from Vinch. And now he's seeing the range. So I guess this is just going to be a couple archers from Vinch. But I thought Vinch was going to mind game him a little bit. Just build the mining camp. And then Leary would make skirms.
Fast castle.
Yeah. But he's up 3 vills right now over Leary. But you're right.
Leary really struggled to find this wall off that you were talking about. He searched over there. He's like, I hope there's a wood line. There's not a wood line. Sorry, bud.
I mean, we would have a Sato situation if he tried to wall to these wood lines. It would be a problem later. But there's definitely... It's how you play the map for sure. But there's definitely a big difference in map gens here. There's not a single back wood line for Leary. Very difficult to get the same type of wall off. And... I think it could start to snowball on me a little bit mentally. If I lose this game, I'm still thinking about game number 1 from Leary. Because that's a game maybe he should have won.
The benefit here is that, this is a very Leary-esque type of game. Where he's the one with army and his opponent's on the defensive. Whether it's behind walls or they have an eco advantage or whatever, at least he's got a presence in the middle. He can track everything that his opponent is potentially doing. And he can try and hit the timings himself. And look at the eco from Leary. Considering he's actually invested into military, this is really solid. This is a really good build from him. It's
nice build because he could have completely panicked and tried to wall with 6 vills. And then his eco would be horrible. But it's just taking his time, assessing the situation for what it is.
Takes him off berries.
Takes him off the wood. Takes him off the berries, exactly. I don't know if he's expecting Vinchester to have a pushback in this age. Vinch, if he would get a couple more hits on these scouts, might consider it. Because he's building the blacksmith now. And here he is, actually.
Wheelbarrow coming in for Leary. And Wheelbarrow's already in for Vinchester. So Vinchester having 4 free vills from the eco upgrades. Kind of sick. The Wheelbarrow timing for Vietnamese will be better, though. So that's nice for Leary. He gains back a couple villagers on that one.
Is it worth it to get the stone mining upgrade right now? Probably not, right?
I don't think so.
For just getting the vill. Maybe on the way to the next stage, though.
Yeah, on the way to the next stage for sure. But you don't want to slow down your castle each time. And look at this wall-off attempt from Vinchester. He's going to try and get himself right into the corner.
Wow. Dude, Vinch has read this so well. He shows that army to Leary. Leary goes, oh crap, I'm not walled. And Leary falls back and is waiting for pressure. There's no pressure. Vinch just backs away. And we'll try and wall a bigger section of the map.
He doesn't feel enough nerves to add in a blacksmith or add in fletching at all. So Leary's kind of playing this well for what he's seen. That was a great play from Vinchester to force him back. And Leary's on the way to Castle Age first. Vinchester's about to click up. Vinchester definitely has the better eco here. Definitely. He walled up. He played safe. He invested in eco upgrades, extra villagers, etc. But Leary doesn't have a bad one behind either. And he's got a lot more scouting information than Vinchester had.
He's just going to have to win every fight. Because if with this wood line in a ranged unit battle, you could have a really big problem if you're Leary. And I think the scouting is going to have to be on point here. He kind of has his units spread out. So he's keeping a close eye on all these different areas. And ideally, once he sees it, he can gather all his units together. And yeah, he sees the skirms with the scout. Love the wall from Vinch, though, on the left. Because now he can expand even further. He'll have all of his golds and stones behind a wall. Except for the main stone.
And it's house walls, too.
Yeah.
So it's like a legitimate wall there. It can be broken through easily with crossbows. So Leary's going to have to work on that one. If he does go into Jean Bay, he's actually getting the armor now for his cavalry, which is interesting. If they do both go into Cav Archer Jean Bay, which one are you preferring?
In Imp, Vietnamese Cav Archers are definitely superior.
Yeah.
In Castle Age, I like the Jean Bays. A lot of that is mainly due to the cost combined with the way eco. But I think Leary is going to play Skirm because he's expecting Jean Bay, and Vietnamese have good Skirms. And Vinch, oh, wait, look at this. Leary got
Leary's in.
And Leary sees the stable. So now Leary knows what's happening here. Oh, that's some great information.
That's so good. How did he get in there? Did Vinchester like? No, he just went in through the houses.
It's open
That's
on the front.
amazing info for him, and he sees the second town center as well.
Yeah.
So he knows exactly where resources are being invested. It's gonna be Haguang's from Vinchester, and Leary just adds a second and a third town center, both of them on stone. That third town center at the back is looking a little rough. Not gonna lie.
Well, the best unit for the Vietnamese is probably Rattens, and there might be pressure, and you might want a defensive castle. So I think Leary will play. Both TCs are near stone. I think he wants Rattens to be his long-term army. I just can't get over the fact, though, that Vinchester did everything so well this game, and he didn't build a gate on the front, and Leary got that info. Because Leary was definitely going elite skirm, which would have delayed his town center, which would have delayed his eco, which meant he would have gone, just elite skirm bodkin, and now he doesn't have to. Now he can boom.
Late game compositions, because I think we're going late with this one.
Oof.
What are we looking at? Like Tiger Cav is really strong if you can get into it for Wei, and then the traction trebs are annoying.
I mean, both comps are great as Vinchester takes a decent fight here.
Oh, he's in.
Vinchester's skirms get tossed away, and now it's his turn to get some information. I would still prefer the Vietnamese late game. Imperial skirm, Halb, paper money is a really helpful technology. So I do think this scales nicely, especially if there's Rattens out there.
Eco upgrades are so good, like for both players at this stage of the game.
Yeah,
you're just so efficient. These economies.
I love how Vinch has taken advantage of his Civ bonuses here, though. He's walled up. Every eco tech that you could really think of at this stage, he got, and almost got as early as possible.
Yeah.
He now has the information that Leary's on stone, and Leary actually has the information that Vinch is on stone with his TC too. So this could be unique units for both. And I think Tiger Cav should beat Rats and Archers, but I've actually never seen the
Tiger Cav
fight before.
Insane Pierce armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think they have what, like 8 Pierce armor fully upgraded, 7, something like that.
It's a lot, and they also get
They also get HP and like attack boost. It's like disgusting.
Like, how does one unit have so many bonuses? They get more HP when they get a kill. They get more attack when they get a kill, and they have they have lots of pierce armor as well. It's an insane unit, but it's expensive. So relics, maybe something players could think about. They're just kind of running around. Leary will be happy to see the end of those units in his base. I think if it goes late, Monastery would make sense. But oh man, third stable now for Vinch. So he might pick up the pace here.
We should be thinking Woodline right now with this next castle placement, because he's only got that one basically. There's the other one on at the north side of his base, but any range units can cut that off.
Yeah, I think
like he's got to secure some woodlines long term.
If he can castle to the left of his range on that hill, that would be a great spot. He needs to keep these units out right now. He's repairing.
Can
the units
one
will be in.
Keep this out? Nope.
But there's a monk. And will the monk survive?
Good roll there from Leary. And the Eco KD is now officially 1-0, folks.
Woo!
26 minutes into the game. We love Arabia.
It is funny how in the same set how different a game can look just based on the Civ matchup or the map. I'm sure Leary would have loved a little bit more aggression in this one.
Fourth stable. And villagers coming forward. So maybe Vinchester wants a forward castle on Leary.
Yeah.
Leary's got enough stone for a castle here. That hill with the tree is looking pretty nice for a forward castle from Vinchester.
There's a lot of hills with a lot of trees. I see what you mean now. I see what you mean now. Yeah. I wasn't
certain. That is a castle magnet, that hill right there. Holy cow. And that's the reason he went for 4 stables, so he can get the position.
Well, Leary has to chase a lot right now, so Vinch is pulling the army out of position, but he is going to lose his army. And he's not going to that hill. He's actually going to
on the monastery?
The golds, maybe, where the units are. Does he have the army? Like, that's a lot of monks and cav archers from Leary. Leary should be pretty confident, but there is +2 armor. And yeah, he'll go for that hill. Sacrifice his army to take it.
on the other side. Higuang's underneath the TC from Leary. Leary noticed that. He's going to try and get some conversions here. Winchester should be able to get that castle up. No ballistics for Leary. It's going to be tough.
I like the thought process from Vinch. He was behind last time and it worked. Now he's ahead in Vills at least. And he has to toss his army away, but once his castle's up, he can make Tiger Cav, which, as we said, should be pretty good against archers. So Leary's scared. Leary doesn't want this castle to complete. Winchester, build it. Build it with your villagers.
It's not going up. It's not going up. Leary with the denial. Oh my goodness. Come on. There's 4 villagers left. 3 villagers, 2. 95, 96. Not going up, dude.
He had shift queued his vills. He told his villagers, once the castle's completed, go finish the mining camp. And so some of the vills he kept clicking, the others went to the mining camp. If that didn't happen, maybe the rest of this wouldn't be happening, because actually the result is not bad for Vinch. He's killing all the army. Leary still can't get his own castle up. Vinch will still come and finish this. This is working for Vinch.
And he killed villagers on like the right side while that was happening too. And now he's in on the gold, and Leary has to go for a defensive castle. So he tosses away all his cav archers to deny that castle. And with handcart, Vinchester's there pretty quickly with his follow-up bills. Still has Higuang's in the back. I think Winchester might have unlocked a way
to beat Leary.
To consistently beat Leary.
Yeah.
Forward castle in the
Kill him before imp. Kill him before imp or pressure him. Yep. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I still think there's a significant map difference here. And with the Civ Winchester has, he's been fortunate, but he has taken this moment and run with it, man. And he's just going to back up, stop producing, and he'll drop off his res and click imp before Leary does.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Holy cow, dude. Leary has 1,600, now 1,700 stone in the bank after placing a castle.
He never had the army to secure the map and get a castle. It's awful for him. And he can't even go regular trebuchets with a lot of success because the way can make traction trebs. So I'd like to see Vince shift a lot more over to wood right now to plan on that, and then see double siege workshop the front. But what a game plan from Vince. I think he should be getting relics now, just in case this game goes on for a while. But if he does that and pushes the middle, I don't think there's any way he loses this game.
If you're Winchester and you're reading this map, if you take a moment and look around the map from Leary, you almost want that second castle to the north on that wood line.
Yeah.
I think things get really difficult for Leary if you just cut off the wood lines. Really, really difficult.
I would cling with everything I have to my current castle and just hope that if this stands, that wood line's a freebie anyways with army kills.
Okay. And you got, I guess you got to keep the stone in the bank because he's 2 castle against your 1, but at least you can make traction trebs, which is nice.
But Tiger Cav are so much better.
He sees the villagers coming out to the right. Oh, just avoids that lucky break there from Leary. Going for that castle on the right side.
Tiger Cav are so much better at going underneath castles and TCs than the Higuang. So there's a significant difference there. But it is only 1 castle to produce them, I guess, if you're Vinch. How is Leary still even with Vills? It just... That's insane.
Idle TC time. 2 minutes of idle TC time with 3 TCs. 33 minutes into the game.
Impressive.
Like while he's being attacked. It's insane, right? He's good at the game. Who knew?
Maybe you don't commit to Tiger Cav because you need to produce them faster. He's going for a Higuang. Yeah. If you get the unique
if you only
tech,
have 1 castle, it doesn't make sense, right?
Is getting the melee armor beneficial here when you're up against primarily ranged units? I feel like I would want to get it, but it's pretty pricey.
It's 600 food, 450 gold. Think about how many Higuangs you can produce with that much.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, much better to just have the big mass. There is 3 castles producing trebs from Leary. Like, this is dangerous. The only problem is the follow-up. Where's the army mass coming from if you're Leary, right? You sure you can take out this castle, but you're not denying treb production because the traction trebs are coming in, and he is getting Mingguang armor.
Look at him just wait right now. Waiting for an opportunity to dive onto that castle, onto those trebs.
Or into the wood.
Or into the wood line. Leary can't tech switch into Halb ever here. Like, this eco is not set up. This is going to be full Ratans and trebs for a while. Okay.
Oh, he knows, dude. He knows. He's looked at this map and he's like, okay, I know you only have 1 wood line. Leary's finally come out to the right side. But he knows, and he also probably knows there's no follow-up army from Leary. Like, he's just now making Ratons.
It's actually really good that he's forcing Leary into stone walls, because Leary's running out of stone repairing. But Leary goes in with Ratons for the traction trebs. And now he's getting chased down by Cav. He will lose a treb. That one treb's just a little bit exposed. Vinchester will snipe that and back away. This is working for Vinchester. But his castle is slowly going down. That might still be okay if he can just take down Leary's first castle here. He hasn't taken it down yet.
Wants to make a switch into help now. He's adding the barracks on the right side, but it's very expensive, as you said.
Tiger Cav are kind of ideal against the Rats and Archers. It's just the He Guang. They do have that armor. I think all the army will come in from Vinch. He sees the trebs with his traction trebs. He'll nuke the trebs. I think Leary's cooked.
Don't even go after the trebs. Go after the Ratons with your traction trebs. He calls the GG. Oh my goodness, Vinchester. What a start.
Again, this is one where as a player right now, this I could chalk up to, I'd say, Civ win, map win, or whatever. But I'd be thinking about game number 1, right? Like, you could have won that game. It could be 1-1, and you could shake this off. Leary's going to have to turn it around next, regardless of the circumstances. But that was just so good from Vinch. He's playing the way. He went for the economic approach in Feudal Age, which is precisely what you want to do. And there are not a lot of people who can get a forward castle down on Leary 2 games in a row. And he saw the map, and he fought for the map control with the He Guangs. And he did the job. Well played, man.
I mean, a bit on just if you're Leary, you're right. Like a bit unlucky multiple times, right? You made the whole loop around the base, didn't find anything to lame with Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Right. And then you come forward and his map is fully walled off. So then you have to try and go to Castle Age. And then he comes forward with the production. You don't have really any wood lines to go to, but it all comes back to that first game. Vinchester's up 2-0. Fortunately for Leary, it is a best of 7.
Yeah.
So he's got plenty of opportunities to come back.
Yeah, Vinchester had a perfect game plan. All the tiny little things that you need to go your way went his way. Hopefully luck will have it that Leary will also benefit in a similar fashion at some point. As I'm fixing the colors again, Leary, first time he's played is yellow today, so maybe he's going to find that missing ingredient. New game, new color. But he's gone Japanese. And yeah, I think there's really solid arguments that this Civ is the better Civ early. And then if they can get to Cav Archers feel really strong. But a lot of work to be done, of course, to get there. Italians cheaper to get up and some good archers here. So I'd expect Vinch maybe to consider infantry archer again.
Yeah, Leary finds his sheep and then he goes forward. So he's going to go try and find the sheep from Vinchester. He's got a good map. Up against the edge, woodline semi-close to the TC, another woodline option over there with the berries. You're saving wood on the lumber camps and mills, so a little bit more wood to maybe go for early walls if you want to. And Vinchester also back gold and a decent woodline. It's not bad at all. It's much better than the map for Leary last game.
Yeah, seems pretty 50-50 here. All right, so somebody just said that I have Jean Bay qualities about me, and they did not give any more details. Should I be offended or should I be complimented by that?
Let's see.
Jean Bay.
Very, very frail.
Very cheap.
Very cheap.
Very potent, maybe?
A big charge attack, but then just kind of tires out after that.
No comment.
I feel like your first rush attack would be very dangerous, but after you missed.
Wow. Leary's down 2 games. He finds a somewhat forward bore and he doesn't take it there. He could have gone for that.
I don't think he should. He already took a sheep.
All right.
He's gonna take another
find
one.
Another sheep.
Yeah, and he sees both boar locations. You can see that the other one's being pulled in, and then you can lame the deer push a little bit, which is actually like quite annoying.
Well, I would think, and obviously I think very differently than these two, but I'd be thinking, no way I didn't take that boar and he was just pushing a deer. Because you don't take that boar because you think he's going to be lurking around there somehow.
I mean, I don't want to get into the boar discussion. I don't know if Leary's the same way as me, but I've run the numbers and it doesn't work out. So.
Oh, man.
We literally pulled the numbers, dude.
Yeah, but
favorites are not. We accounted for that.
Okay.
And it's minus 2% less likely. It's not a big enough sample size, but it's not showing any data to back up bringing in boars, whether you're the favorite or whether you're the underdog.
Okay. Well,
it's
I mean,
negative data to pull it in.
Well, I mean, you are right. I mean, there's been a lot of examples of the boar stealer, the person who steals the boar having downside. So that's good. I think it would be really bad if the guy who stole the boar won every time, because that would prove that laming is, genuinely.
Well,
OP,
it used to be.
So.
It used to be really oppressive, right? Like back in the day, if you could get away with it anyway.
Yeah.
Because like the food sources weren't as consistent, essentially. And like it felt like you just couldn't punish somebody for having lower HP on their scout. The game wasn't as optimized, but either way, doesn't matter. He stole a sheep, I think, or two. Did he get two or one?
I don't know. I think
just one.
Maybe just one. I don't know exactly. I'd have to follow the path back. Looks like the one coming home is probably the one he got. But he is going to get his own sheep. That's why it looked like he didn't have many, because he still had the sheep in the back. And then maybe we'll push an extra deer, but no early barracks here for Leary. So I think maybe he's expecting the 2 militia from Vinch again. And if he is, like the Malians game, he's going to need those vills walled up, at least before Loom.
Deer on the edge. Oh, it's so frustrating, dude.
It's so annoying.
The deer's on the edge. Leary's like, come on, man. Just
you can't get it. There. It gets stuck on the edge, dude. We have to call restarts on like migration, for example, because the deer. Oh, there we go. Go get it. Go get it.
Now, typical Leary response is like, I'm gonna leave, and here come the militia into the woodline as he was trying to push that deer. Will he lose a villager early? I think Leary might be able to save this. Even if he doesn't, if he takes out the scout, it's not terrible. At least you get something,
dude,
in the trade.
Everything that could have gone wrong for Leary ever since throwing the first game is happening right now. Like the previous map and how that game went, because it was an amazing play from Vinch. The deer, even right there. Like all these tiny little things, it just... He's got to fight through it, man. He's got to fight through it. But that's what Vinch wants. And Vinch has more coming. Vinch will make more militia with this build, most likely anyways. Now that I look at his eco, I'm not sure. He'll be very happy with that. The more I watch, the more I try and get perspective on what a player thinks, the more I realize is I tilt a little easy. Because I'm like, this would still be in my head, you know?
Yeah. I've noticed that as well, dude. It's like, man, the way that skirmisher missed the third javelin shot, like, as a player, I would be so mad right now.
But it also goes the other way. If some small things are going really well for me, I'm like, I'm cooking. So, but yeah.
Sometimes you sound like, what was Tony? Sometimes you sound like
Tony. Tony. Oh, freaking Tony.
I haven't thought about that guy in years.
Tony, aka the Hunter. He was a god. I love that. I guess
he was a funny guy, man. For anyone who doesn't know, the game would go like an hour long, right? Big post-Imperial battle. He'd lose, and then he'd be like, oh man, I knew I lost in Feudal Age when I didn't put that third farm down in time.
That's so true. And I think what should add more perspective to his personality is he was also hard stuck 1600. It wasn't like...
Yes, hard stuck. Yes.
It wasn't like he was 2K or 2K3. He was 1600, and that's how he thought. Man. Oh, good times, man. Good times.
Oh, God. That guy's so funny, dude. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah, same. Yeah, what if this is the first day he showed up to a stream in years, and that's what he hears? So, bit of greed from Vinch. He snags the eco upgrades. He doesn't follow it up with multiple militia. And he's happy with the 2 militia. And he turns it into a full wall game, which, once the walls are completed, looking pretty damn good. He's got 2 wood lines in there. His berries are in there. He's got stone, golds. So, Vinch takes the slight lead and will sit back with it. But this is nowhere near what it was in the previous matchup, where he could get a 4 or 5 villager lead at this time.
Yeah, this kind of enables, like we were talking about the potential matchup here, it kind of enables the Cav Archer play to some extent from Leary, because Vinchester can't go super aggressive early and can't stop him or get a snowball before Castle Age.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Leary wants to play into that. He doesn't mind cav archers. I think he'd prefer to have a big archer mass with crossbows a lot of the times, but with this Civ and this Civ matchup, it might work out well for him.
How many times do you see someone against Leary go for a lot of aggression, and then they get damaged, but then it comes at a cost. Their eco sucks behind, or they can't get the follow-up. That is just...
Or they lose 20 villagers under a fortified church tonight.
True.
Yeah.
It's just... It feels so precise and strategic from Vinch here, and we have not been talking consistently about Leary's micro and how good it is, except for the middle stages of that first game. So whatever he's doing, man, he needs to keep it up. Really smooth.
Nice walls from Leary. And this is typical, right? If someone walls against Leary, this is what he does. He still keeps some vision on the map, a few military units, no heavy investment, and then walls with like one villager at a time.
Yeah.
We saw it last game as well. And it usually works out for him, right? But Vinchester has been tough. It's been really, really tough this series so far.
Well, remember, extra Pierce Armor for the Italian archers. And there's only 2 archers there for Leary, so he needs to be careful. Luckily for him, he walls just in time, and he was waiting for this.
And he's got skirms.
Yeah.
And he's already killed one of those militia, and the other one's almost dead anyway. So Leary's just going to collapse all over this army. He's going to like this start so much better than the last game.
If you trade for the scout and the other archer, though, that's okay. You'll take that. So you lose 3 archers, you end up killing 2, and you kill a skirm. I think Vinchester will be happy with that.
Yep.
Also, Vinchester has horse collar for all these farms, so he'll have a lot more wood saved up to spend later on in the game. That was never anything Leary went for, but Leary is looking closer to getting the resources to click up to Castle Age.
It's a better start for Vinch overall, though.
Yeah,
I would
slight.
say. I mean, he killed the villager. You look at the res collected, 400 ahead. He's got the walls up as well. He's going for wheelbarrow even.
Interesting. We see a lot of people delay that. Last game,
I think in KotD so far, I've actually seen it more than I've expected in Feudal Age.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have seen some longer Feudal Age games, which usually means wheelbarrows the way to go. I think for latter Arabia, you don't see it as frequently because so many of those games are just full wall. So kind of like this. I also could tell Vinchester's expecting some pressure on the left. He's not even farming around that mill. And I think you could instinctively farm around that mill because it's more efficient right now. And then that could haunt you in about 3 minutes. So, smart thinking. And he should be able to click up here in a second.
Though, like there's some little things here, like the double wall on the right side. If you're going to secure your base like this, I think a double wall there would be really...
Everything gets a house.
You don't know if Leary, you don't know what Leary's doing. Like, Leary's going up to Castle Age now, and he's going to invest into a second range. And if he adds a stable, then we can probably assume it's going to be Cav Archers, as he goes for a big wall himself. But he could be going for the crossbow timing as well, right? Like, he could have crossbows coming in.
You know what I think is worth it here? And the only player I really see do it is MBL. Make 1 spearman, and go look at the opponent's base.
Scout.
Like, Leary really could be doing it with a skirm because he's already shown skirms. But like Vinchester needs to know, is this double range? Is this full skirms? Is he switching archers? I mean, I think there's enough information where they can just guess what the opponent's doing, but this would just look really bad if Vinchester runs out into skirm and wasn't prepping for Knights or Siege or something. And maybe he's going to do it with this 1 archer, actually. Because there he goes.
I do love the scouting that Leary has at the moment. You look at Vinchester's scouting, you can see 1 relic.
Yeah.
Oh, he sees the second one. He's coming out with a single archer.
They both have a single archer.
This is a 7 relic version. Maybe we get a 1v1 between these 2. But like, if you're going into a full wall matchup like this, knowing the resource locations and the relic locations is so important.
You know what would be so cool here? If Vinch puts his archers inside behind his TC, and then Leary sees the archer range has no flag, and then he's like, oh, he must be coming to my base. What Vinch is trying to do, he's not going big aggression. He just wants to boom. He would love for Leary to go elite skirm and ballistics or something. But it's
Second
not.
town center, CA.
Okay. Well,
and second town center, Siege Workshop. for Winchester.
Well, he's expecting skirms to pressure him, isn't he? If he's doing that.
Skirms are crossbows, right?
Yeah. Here comes the archer of choice for Vinch. And he will see the TC. He will see the skirms there.
He caught a cav archer for a little bit there. He caught a cav archer. If he was looking.
Yeah, we just don't know if he noticed it. Now the crossbow goes away. Leary patrolling the archer on the only real vulnerable area of his base, which is behind the woodline, which is smart.
This is riveting stuff here.
It really is. Oh, so exciting. So much wow. But, I mean, crossbow mangonel is pretty damn good. If you can get ballistics quickly with the Italians, and it is cheaper. I find, someone should do a stat on this. Find out if players who build siege workshops at their base, or like behind their base, win a lot of games. Because I find that the more forward the siege workshop, the more I seem to like the siege workshop, you know? You can't move out across the map with the siege there, if you're Winchester.
You heard it, nerds. Get on it.
Get on it, please. I want to know.
Start crunching the numbers.
Maybe I watched too many Huang games because his siege workshop is on his face, but...
Dude, there's so many crossbows in that range that he can't even fit an 11th one in.
Oh, true. True. Is he going to imp right now? Is the siege workshop just a building?
Oh my goodness. I think he's going fast imp with 2 TC. What?
Whoa.
He's pulling the Leary against Leary, dude.
Yeah.
And Leary's going forward with a siege workshop. He could get punished for this because it's still 3 minutes to get to imp. And then you got to get like chemistry if you want some siege to push this back. Like there's a timing window here for Leary.
If
But
the micro's
man, that's
perfect, though,
bold.
this is how you beat the Cav Archer long term.
Yeah.
And
this is crazy strats from Vinch. Holy.
Every game is a little bit different, right? I know the
Yeah.
maps and the Civ matchups, but he has come in here with some game plans. I've yet to see Leary ever really in his comfort zone, except that first game, which, yeah, if you missed that one, you need to go back and rewatch how that happened.
From Leary's perspective, you're assuming like Vinch is like 3 TC because he didn't see the siege workshop at the back, right? He's fully walled.
It was a pretty significant score dip. When you click imp, your score goes down a lot. And I think Vinch had the score lead. So I think he might know, but I don't know if there's anything you really do that you aren't already doing.
He's adding a 3rd TC. Does that tell us anything about his perspective?
No, I don't think so. Because if he tried to match the imp time, he would just be toast. So 3rd TC is still kind of standard. Bloodlines would be really nice, though, on these Cav Archers.
Yeah. Vinch will see no ballistics yet. He doesn't know about the university, though. Leary will see no ballistics. He doesn't know about anything in Winchester's space, essentially.
I mean, Vinch is playing pretty passive, but it could just be 3 town centers back there.
He sees the second range, and Leary's like, hang on a second. What? Where are they?
And the crossbows behind the wood line catch Leary off guard and end up getting a snipe.
He could lose both his ranges here to mangonel pressure.
It would take some time. He'll get his upgrades.
Yeah.
Chemistry's super cheap. He can get chemistry
here we
and
go.
bracer.
Here we go.
Boy.
Bop. Oh,
Oh, boy.
Oh, what to do now if you're Leary? You got to keep investing almost just to hold him in here.
Yeah.
Your eco's not in the place where you can click up to imp. And I mean, you're Japanese. You don't have bomber cannon yourself. You got to get a castle. It's just, oh.
You know, if Vince is really
Yikes.
confident here, he actually goes 3 and 4 TCs behind this. I could actually see it. And just skip Arbalest and just get a big Vil count. Because he has the
Bracer's
potential to just wipe all this up if he has the micro down. Oh! What? How did that not do... What? I heard it hit something.
Yeah, it kind of like, one of the rocks just kind of tickled. the
Yeah.
head Of the final crossbow.
That doesn't happen to me. My guys get beheaded. So I'm not
'cause
sure
you
what
don't you don't go forward under the mangonel fire.
I probably clicked
too
back at the last
hesitant,
second. Yeah.
yeah. You don't have the balls, bro.
Well, imp upgrades on these crossbows. I know that their skins haven't changed, but there's a big difference in damage now of range and the damage. So Leary, I think defensive towers where you need them, try and get up to imp. Try and pick off any of the reinforcements, which is what he's trying. But there are villagers there from Winchester walking forward right now.
I wonder if Leary's thinking like, so this is what it feels like to play against me. This is a good push with the cav archers.
Leary's
this is
in.
really distracting. Yeah, this is really distracting.
Vince just trying to save those villagers.
Eventually.
And the cav archers have been walled in, kind of.
No, that's the MTC. There's no freaking way that's the MTC. Okay, the bomber cannons are so far back. They're so far back. That's the back siege workshop. That's the win percentage thing you were talking about. There's no way clicked up with that. There's a siege workshop going up forward.
I mean, I'm looking at Leary's eco right now, and it's pretty exposed when it comes to wood eco. He is outposting the south, so I guess he didn't know until... Yeah, he won't find out until now that he can take wood down there. But all his cav archers have gone down, Dave. He hasn't killed a lot of vills. And I don't think Leary makes it imp. He doesn't go imp here.
Dude.
He will not be imp. Even the crossbows could do it.
Dominating, dude. This strat was like... It's Italians. You know that it's cheaper to go up to imp for them.
Yeah.
But still, you don't expect it.
No, you
not
don't.
In Arabia. Not like this.
Well, not after the previous game where he went, like, full knights. And he went, like, big map control, and he stayed in Castle Age a really long time. If imp is denied, I don't see any way back. I really don't.
No, if imp's denied, I don't see a way back right now, and it's going to get denied, and Leary's going to have to call it. This is crazy.
This is crazy.
Is absolutely destroying Leary right now.
Every game's been different.
Start to game one for Leary. It's just...
Wow.
GG.
I mean, the imp TC... That is kind of unlucky. I'm guessing Leary had a lot of work to do there. He didn't think about it. If his imp TC is any other TC, he probably does make it to imp, and then he's on skirms. But even still, he would lose that town center. He loses blacksmith. He loses range. I really don't think him making it imp saves the game anyways. But just 3 masterclass games from Vinchester, and still on the back of a crazy comeback in game number 1, which he never should have won, and he pulled a rabbit out of a hat. And now Leary has to win 4 straight.
And like the thing about this for Vinch is, these aren't the initial game plans coming in. I mean, the one for the way might have been maybe,
but
like I think this is just all adaptation from him. The Armenians game that's definitely not
that's adaptation.
But like even this one, like you have to have a good map to make this work, right?
Yeah.
You have to get the walls up and everything like that. You might have it in the back of your head, but Vinchester pulling that out and just completely unexpectedly going fast imp with no fast pressure from Leary is just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many mind games involved in this, right? Yeah. Leary is having to guess a lot to what Vinchester might do, and Vinchester just got the early damage with the drush. He got the full walls, and that's where the mind games begun. He's made it look easy, man. He's made it look really easy. That imp time. What was the time on that again? Just double checking.
It was
26-minute imp.
Yikes! With 2 TC.
With 2 town centers. Wow.
This has been really strong from Vinchester. Really, really strong from him. Showing us what he can do. This map, again, very wallable for him, but the golds are not fantastic. And he's playing as the Tatars. Leary has the Hindustani. And Vinchester might lane the boar. He might take the boar.
I mean, if he steals a boar now, that would be pretty incredible. I'm off here fixing colors, catching up, which I hate doing every time, but I guess it's our normal. And so Vinch saw the boar and didn't steal the boar, you're saying? Interesting.
Yeah. Well, I think as we get later on in this tournament, well, we're pretty late right now in the quarters. I think that'll be less common for people to take boars. Why like have a risk of screwing up your early game just to disrupt your enemy when you've already got a 3-0 lead?
I mean,
confident.
I've never experienced being Vinchester and being in this situation, but I would think, let's just finish this now. If that boar's on the front, I can take the risk, and that gives me a lead, but we have seen people recover from the lames a lot. So the theme for me has been every single game, we're always talking about what Vinchester's doing, and Leary has not been able to really get some momentum
the whole time.
Yeah.
Except for the first game. The first game is an anomaly, doesn't factor into the stats or anything. The first game is just wild.
Yes.
There's no precedent for that.
So Vinchester's going to drush again. I'm seeing 4 on wood. I would expect him to try and take some early initiative. And actually, as I look at this, I wonder if he's going to plan for life without that gold, at least for the early stages, and try another super early wall that just protects the berries and the wood lines back here. That'd be pretty smart.
Potentially. I mean, you can get it up so early, right?
Yeah.
You go up like one villager later, maybe, and your walls are complete, and you're fine.
But you have to be
barracks for Vinch, okay.
You have to be really hesitant full walling without army against the Hindustanis here, because unlike other civs, they can make a lot of scouts and actually break through the walls.
Yes. But if you have such small walls like this, like does breaking through get him many places? You could defend your woodline with one tower.
Yeah.
And then the other side, you can just keep walling behind. Your TC is there to protect. So
now Leary's map, if we're talking full walls, he's got a great map because that gold is on the back. His wood lines are really close by as well. So a very nice map. Another game where he doesn't really want to play into Militia. Let's remember, he was Japanese in the last game, and he didn't go for an early barracks. And he's going 18 pop Feudal Age here with the Hindustanis. That's fast.
Honestly, part of me kind of wants Leary to be the guy who walls and booms.
Yeah.
And just
see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been working against you, and Vinchester's just been getting good maps and kind of getting away with it, but more just playing very well and adapting very well in the game so far. And Leary's really been struggling. He hasn't been able to dictate anything. It doesn't even need to be a full boom. Just don't boom in response to his boom.
No boom, boom, boom?
No.
Okay.
And he definitely doesn't want Vinchester in his room right now. Actually, with the ping, he might. With the ping, he definitely might.
Yeah, ping. He'd like a LAN environment right now.
Yeah.
Vinchester knew where the boar was, so he knows, roughly speaking, where the TC will be. Just passing by the TC, getting a little close. I think he got worried about a trap, but no such attempt here.
Okay, some suspicious behavior from this scout here, Leary. Gotta know. There's potential for these to come in. There they are.
Yep.
He walls off the villager. Good responses. Really, really good responses there.
Yeah, but I mean, the militia can come around the other way. Just don't want to give up too much HP on your scout here if you're Vinch. And look at that Feudal Age time again from Vinch. So he does the drush. He doesn't kill the villager this time. But let's keep an eye on the resources here for Leary. Will his stable be on time? Will his eco upgrades come in? Walls for Vinchester.
A little delayed.
Ah, look at Vinch. He's actually walling a bit differently than we were predicting in a wall this way, which if he has the time would incorporate the gold.
That's what the 2 militia got him, right?
Yeah.
He's not adding more militia right away. He's just going on to the gold now, so he might go into a range follow-up. This might not be like the men-at-arms play from him. It might just be the classic 2 militia drush.
Reminder on the drush, because a lot of people just look at the militia and they think, how can that be worth it? But you add more vills in Dark Age, so your eco is working. Yeah. So they will always have a bit more resources collected and a bit greater efficiency, right? So
he can scout what Vinch is doing, and he can see another big wall at the front side.
Yeah. Well, he might need to respect. He didn't actually see the barracks, so he might respect that there could be 2 more militia because that's Vinch's build. And he might now be thinking, let's just go kill these militia. That way he can't get to 4 and man-at-arms against me here. It's not even going to be a follow-up here from Vinchester.
Yeah, it's just a super casual range. 1 villager building it.
Dude, walls. Vinch is so in his head right now. Look at him. Where would you go? You would go with the... Yeah, you would move the scout around this way, and you'd have all the units grouping up to go 4 man-at-arms.
Oh, that's a good block with the scout, though. He got a couple extra hits. He's chasing him back. And if you wall like this, then the weakness potentially against the Hindustani scouts comes into play. Look at him wall.
Vinch
oh my God, he's so
in his head. Yeah, he's expecting the 4 militia now. And I was expecting it as well, so I can't blame him. It's just a masterclass from Vinch. It's so cool.
Really cool to see Leary, because usually people are responding to everything Leary's doing.
Yeah,
he's got the pressure. You know what he's going to do, and you can't stop it. And instead, Leary is just constantly reacting to everything that Vinchester's up to. But like I was saying, like, big walls like this are harder to defend against those Hindustani scouts, especially if Leary has a fast range follow-up.
Dude, not if everything's a freaking house, though. Look at that on the front. Everything's a house wall. You need to full wall Oh, he goes market now? Okay, Leary, you might need to dive.
Now Leary's going to be so into his own head now when he sees that.
Leary, just run in, dude.
Like, what the hell?
Just run in, because he doesn't want to do that, because he doesn't want to take damage to the TC, but what he doesn't know is that there's no spearman back there.
Dude, imagine if Winchester, like, put the market foundation down, waited till Leary left, and then added a second range.
Just deletes it.
It would have been like, oh my god.
No one. Let's just be clear. No one goes market in this exact situation. No one.
Yeah.
I don't care about all the early stuff. No one goes market here. That is.
He's selling his stone. He's gonna buy his way up. But if you're gonna buy your way up and you see scouts, wall in front of your TC or something.
Thank you.
Make something. Like, holy cow, dude.
Leary's not messing around. He knows he's being greedy. Whatever's happening, he knows he's being greedy. He knows he wants to go Castle Age. And he's gonna tower this range. Now, the stone was just sold, so Winchester can't counter tower, and he does have archers, but he doesn't have upgrades. So maybe you get fletching, but fletching takes time. And now he's trying to click up.
He still hasn't even clicked up. Still hasn't even clicked up, and Leary finds a really good trap on the archers. Oh my goodness! But he's losing scout numbers still. That's amazing.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Goodness. He still can't click up. All right, so congratulations. You're on the way to Castle Age. You got scouts coming through. The army's going to break through. There's still villagers on stone. You just have to be careful, I guess, not to get trapped right now if you're Winchester. But I think he got a little too creative here. And Leary responded perfectly by sending the barn,
Leary
essentially.
has enough stone for another tower already.
Yeah.
And that tower is brutal. You force the villagers to come out and fight.
Devastating.
With that tower.
Devastating. Yeah, the spearmen can't respond. I mean, this is Castle Age into GG. Chat's favorite strategy. This is... I guess the army was going to be the occasional cav archer. He probably, if he was safe, would go 2-range cav archers. But this is... And the gold villagers will run to the outside now. Okay.
I wonder if that little dive under the TC to surround the skirms was kind of like... It was just a huge risk from Leary, because the TC's firing there too.
Yeah.
Or just surround the archers, rather. I wonder if that was just him saying, okay, this works, or I'm out of the set.
Yep.
I'm done for the day.
Yeah. And I mean, whether you lose 4-3 or 4-0, you're still losing. So it might as well just end it quick if you're going to get swept and just send it. Creative from Vinch. I mean, he's hanging in. He hasn't called it. He hasn't even lost a villager. So that's
very
crazy.
Interesting walls on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. Have the vision for that.
What does he actually do in Castle Age now?
Those villagers are on the clock, bro. The towers are coming in. I mean, there's some vills chopping wood on the other side. There's the siege workshop. He's going to have to sell wood for gold for consistent siege production. Leary is perfectly fine with this situation. He's fighting the militia at the back, which is still being annoying, but he's going out to gold. And now he's adding the full walls.
All right, Vinch. Can you actually take wood? Nope, that tower from Leary's perfect. Not exactly perfect, but...
If he gets fletching, he can range all of this.
Look at that scout doing a little loop-de-loop for Leary on the other side of the wood line right now. Dude, Vince just placed the lumber camp on the edge of the map for these other vills. Like, he's really struggling right now.
Oh, boy.
Still hasn't lost a villager, though. And he is making a mangonel. He just attacked his own town center. He's got some spears. All right.
Oh, he's only got 3 vills to garrison that TC to protect the mangonel.
But, taking the tower down doesn't even...
Look at the HP on the vills on the left.
They're all going to die at once. He's lost 2. He's adding a town center. He's adding a town center.
And it's been seen by Leary, but can he do anything about it? He's about to click up soon.
Leary's unsure, and if he should...
thinking like, oh god, this guy. Like, what is he doing today? Holy cow.
Okay, villagers, make a decision. Do you want to die, or do you want to drop off the wood at the lumber camp? Or do you want to live or drop off the wood at the lumber camp? Because a decision to go to that lumber camp is risky here, man.
If Leary's going to click up, and then he needs to get fletching before this mangonel takes out the tower. Because he can actually
Palisade wall goes down. Scouts are through. Scouts are through on the TC.
Yep. Forging is in.
Yeah,
Those are dead.
That's game over, man. That's game over. It's gotta be. Leary has life. Finally. And I think maybe Vinchester just... Maybe he just cooked a little too hard here. He maybe was feeling himself a little bit too much. Got a little overconfident. That was crazy to go market like that. Because to show the market is crazy, because Leary was hesitant before, but the second he sees the market, he knows that you're not making army. And then he knew how to punish it. Vils on the left actually kind of survive.
That's why I said he should have got fletching before the tower goes down, because he could have killed all of those. 6 free villager kills.
Uh-oh. We got more villagers on the wood line.
Uh-oh.
More scouts coming through. More quick walls needed.
Bloodlines is coming in 25 seconds. Not quite fast enough, but forging is already in for these scouts. And Leary just wants to pull those mangonels out of position. If Vinch gets some massive attack rounds...
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's playable. He still hasn't completed the other TC.
Leary's like, where are those vills? Bring me back over to the other side.
Is there a chance that Vinchester accidentally attack rounds his own spears and
Bloodlines is in.
Own vills here?
Attack round. Hey, ugh.
There we go. Kills his own spear. Leary's got an archer.
An archer is out. There he's got an archer, and he's got villagers coming forward too. So Vinch is like, finally, I can get this TC up. Nope. Put a gate in front of there.
I mean, just castle drop it at this point. Just castle drop it once you're in the next stage. Look at his resources, man. He's in castle age. He's got tons of resources.
Yeah, he's got more scouts coming in. The castle could have been a potential throw.
With 3 vills, Leary? I guess he thinks it's pretty over.
Oh.
I mean, you might want to build it with a couple more vills.
Force him to attack round his own mangonel.
TC's not denied yet. Archer's still alive. Scout's still alive.
What? He's trying to block the mangonel so the attack round hits it. That scout is going crazy. Now he doesn't notice.
I mean, if there was a monk as well, maybe this castle would get denied, but there's a camel here and there's no monk.
Yeah.
So
there's a camel.
Yeah,
and Vinch is still desperately trying to finish his town center up there. It's not going to be enough. What a ridiculous game.
But listen, you just need a little bit of momentum, right? And so maybe Vinchester doesn't get as fortunate with certain things in the next game, and then like right on the back.
He doesn't see the castle. Oh, this is gonna be hilarious.
Oh, he doesn't see it?
Right as he thinks he's gonna get the TC up.
I thought he saw it.
He didn't see it.
I just assumed he knew the entire time. Wow. Okay.
No, dude, no. That's the most demoralizing TC of all time.
Well,
oh boy.
Maybe Vinchester thought that one of the key differences between him and Leary is going to be stamina today, because he's still going to fight here. He's up 3 games. He's about to lose more villagers, and he's still in the game. Has not tapped out yet.
No.
And loses more. And Ghoulems are on the way now too, which will just take his siege. This is a bit over.
I mean, if you were in Castle Age and your opponent was still Feudal Age, then sure.
Yeah.
You probably got a chance, but in this, you haven't hit them at all. Don't think so. GG called by Vinch. It was almost so good for him, but he didn't wall in front of the town center.
Yep.
The scouts came in and killed his archers.
Yep.
The towers still would have been a problem because he sold a stone. It still would have been a really difficult push to defend against from Leary, but at least you have archers spawn. And like, you don't have scouts roaming around your base.
I thought everything was fine for Vinchester when he was just going archers behind walls. I thought he would stay on archers, and he would just build up normally and play towards crossbow with a mix of some other units. Leary would never go forward. Leary would never bring the tower if he doesn't see the market. So Vinchester kind of invited the pressure. Again, I think if you're going to try that greed, build the market in the back and hide it so he doesn't know, because it was just a signal. But let's give props to Leary, because Leary did immediately punish it. Those vills came forward fast. And it wasn't just one tower too. He knew he needed to be on stone for multiple towers. And sometimes people go to stone late.
He pulled 9 vills away from his eco. He pulled 5 to come forward and 4 to send the stone. So that's a really big investment.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. So, wow. All right. Well, Leary is life. And now Leary has to win 3 games in a row, which, again, coming into the series, might not have been the craziest statement if he was the favorite. There's still Chinese up there for both of them.
It's not over for Vinch. Yeah, it's not over for Vinch. Like he needs to lock in and finish this one off for sure.
I would have just taken that boar, dude. I would have taken that boar. Boar's on the front. You're up 3-0. If you fail the lame, you lose your scout, whatever, then it's 3-1. But just try and don't even allow this game to start if you can, if you're Vinchester. Steal something.
I think if you take the boar, though, you can't get the same value from the drush, and then Leary might be forward scouting you a little bit earlier and figuring out you're not following up with the 2 extra. Like there's unintended consequences to everything, right?
Yeah. Well, Leary might try
He's still in a good position, bro. Even without taking the boar, he's still in a good position if he just walls in front of his freaking town center. It's like you can always buy back the stone once you're on the way to Castle Age.
So
to make another defensive tower.
Leary comes back. Leary gets 1 win. He needs to have 3 more, otherwise he's out in the quarterfinals. Leary is up against Vinchester's #1 civ. Now, they both were able to pick Chinese with the draft format, but Chinese, far and away, the best civilization to have if you have a smooth Dark Age, which means you need your food. So, wondering if Leary will try and find something. There is a very forward boar and 2 sheep in the same area for Vinchester. And also, you don't normally want to bring in your boar super early with the Chinese because you have that 1 less villager working sometimes. So as I said, he's actually going to go out.
He's bringing it in close. Yeah, he's bringing it really fast. Leary is coming over there. He might find 3 goats, though, which would be really, really good. I don't think he can lame this villager bringing in the boar, but 3 goats is amazing. 2 goats even is amazing against Chinese.
Yeah, and you're also Gurjaras, so you get the extra sheep, which you can toss inside the mill. Not a huge boost, but still something. Oh, Vinch just barely able to maneuver that goat away from the camel. How did that happen? This could have been worse for him.
Yep.
But yeah, nice start from Leary.
Does he spot the boar here? He does. He sees the scout. I think it's probably more valuable to just like lane the scout pushing in the deer.
Yeah, you do the same amount of damage to each other, essentially. So it's a 50-50 fight in Dark Age, but just slowing that down is really good. Yeah.
Yep. Especially after you lane 2 goats.
Especially really when you know the boar is there too.
Ooh, nice job from Vinch to just take equal trades and then continue pushing in like nothing happened.
So when you're playing Gurjaras, certain strategies are eliminated, and that's all the Dark Age shenanigans, all the drush, because you go for the early mill. So it's always a fast feudal play. We do see archers sometimes, but I feel like scouts would be a good opportunity here, and I do like the map to pressure with scouts. It's wallable for both, but it's not the easiest wall, though I'm sure Vinchester will find a way.
Okay, so minus 2 goats.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it, and you can push 3 deer, so it's probably okay for Vinchester.
There's going to be 10 goats in the mill from Leary, and he'll pop. He's more than fine with popping a few of those out later. So it should be a really solid build from him. And the extra goats usually means that, like, doesn't really affect your uptime as much, but it affects when you get potentially double bit axe or horse collar coming in and keeps your TC running. So it's really nice.
Just remember, if Leary wins this game, he has broken the #1 civ, and then he has Chinese as well. And yeah, we're suddenly in a situation where it feels realistic that he could maybe do this. But another game, another drush from Vinch. He's going early barracks with Chinese, man. So he really believes in this build because this is not something any other player will do with the Chinese.
I think I've seen it a few times, actually.
Really?
Through KotD. Yeah. I think I saw it with like Barl's opened 2 militia every single game. Every single game.
With Chinese?
I'm pretty sure I've seen it with Chinese. I can't remember the specific game, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
Well, the main reason behind it is just you run out of food pretty quick here. So let's see.
Yeah,
because you want, with normal civs, you add 3 more vills on top of your builds, which would mean you go from, instead of 18 vills, you go up to 21 vills. Here, I think normal vill count would be like 20 vills for Chinese for a feudal age. So do you do 20 to 23 then? I don't know. I haven't really seen it enough. Obviously,
coming in for Leary. 19 pop. He should be really comfortable with this, with the extra goats. Should be a really solid eco for Gurjaras.
and Winchester finds the target. Doesn't find the mill yet, but he knows, generally speaking, where he needs to go. But just paying attention to the food count for Winchester right now. Because if he doesn't have the food to click up, he could have a problem. Maybe just drops one farm in Dark Age and then just idles a little bit. He's not going to have a ton of food. It's going to be right at the limit, if anything. And, oh, dude, the militia just happened to be right there. Right where Leary's building that barracks.
That's what you get for the 2 militia. And Leary's like, God, again?
Yeah, seriously.
Like, holy cow, bro. So he can't get the barracks up where he wants. So he's going to have to make it near the wood line a little bit. And that's already some value. And there's a house to hit there if you're Winchester as well. Which is actually quite nice.
Dude, that was like to the tiny little piece of meat is sheep right there to click up. That was crazy. He had to drop off with the villagers there.
I mean, if he had the extra 2 goats, it would have been perfectly comfortable, right?
Yeah, true.
Would have been a nice build.
Yeah, but that's gutsy to still try it. But that house will go down, and I love that from Vinch. He knows that the presence of the militia will force reactions from Leary in other ways, and he just takes the house, and now he's here to deny or delay the stable. And the trades with the scouts will go well for Leary there.
Yeah, he's adding some more, so he wants to get out of there with those militia. He's adding a few more behind this. Walls slowly coming up from Winchester, really hard committed to the berries, because like you said, his food count is extremely low.
Yeah. I'm laughing because remember in the previous game, Vinch faked that he was going to add more militia, and he never did.
Yeah.
And now he's actually adding the additional militia. So Leary's probably like, bro, I'm not overreacting to you. I know you. I know you're just going to stop because no one does this with Chinese.
Leary automatically assumes from the base layout that like the barracks is in front of the gold. He doesn't think it's on the other side.
Yeah.
So he's not going to see these other 2. He thought like, okay, I'll catch the path if they go through. And he runs into the freaking TC as well.
And he's not walling. He's not walling. That's the important thing because he doesn't expect it.
Dude, Vinch is so far into Leary's head right now. It's actually crazy.
I mean,
he's living rent free.
If he gets the quick wall
down is the question.
He does get the quick wall.
Nice play from Leary.
He could have kind of trapped these units a little bit, but maybe I'm being too creative with it. Man-at-Arms is on the way. Quick walls are needed.
Oh.
Yeah. And oh no.
Oh, he's in. He's in.
And Vince blocks perfectly
again. And that Vil can't drop off to the lumber camp either. The archer is coming over. The men-at-arms just back away. Value again.
Yeah. So
for
good.
Winchester, and there is a spot to put pressure down on that mill. Normally, you just abandon the mill, but you can't abandon this mill.
Dude,
there's 10 goats in there.
So many things don't feel possible with how complicated the Chinese build is. Like the double bid-axe upgrade here. How are you snagging that? He's going for the walls. He's got archers behind this. Winchester's playing perfect. This has to be his win now. He is to not make any super greedy decisions now. I know greed is part of how I got here, but he has to play optimal.
Look
no
at
markets
what he just
here.
did with the men-at-arms. He pulls Leary away with that one, and he's like, I'm back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good, dude. That's so good.
But this might be the toughest test for Leary. If he can stabilize this and win this game, he still has Chinese himself. And he'll have two wins back-to-back. But he needs to wall from the archer range to that wood line. That is a gap that he would normally wall. The man-at-arms will be killed.
There's only one of them there, though. But it's a weak villager. Winchester might be able to get some value. He gets another hit. Pulls these guys away. Distracting Leary consistently. Trying to clear that guy up, but he's not going to get him.
Yeah. I feel like Vinch is so close to fully walled and has that eco lead that he should just chill. But you never know. When you assume he's going to chill and not get upgrades and move forward, he'll arrive. And when you assume the opposite, he'll do the opposite. So.
And how long do you want to chase this army if you're Leary? He keeps coming back.
I still think
chase it to the corner.
I still think Leary is taking massive risks. He is assuming that Vinch will not send army out, and that's why he hasn't walled. And that's why he hasn't rushed fletching. But if Vinch actually had moved out, the gold is gone right now. So chasing the army, let it go now. But he chased the army way more than he usually does.
the hits he took from the TC actually end up mattering there. He would have had enough HP to maybe delay that Vill or kill it with the camel. Doesn't have it anymore.
It is crazy, though, how casual Leary is about this. I guess it's because Vinch's style, but he was not paranoid about that gold at all. It's crazy how that's still open.
Yep. And I mean, his eco is still good with Gurjaras, right? He's got 10 freaking goats inside that mill. So he's either forgotten about them or he doesn't believe in ungarrisoning them.
Yeah, it's against
missing for Leary. He needs to go for the second building, and then he can click up.
Yeah, so it feels like skirms for Leary, expecting the crossbowman timing. He does actually see the archers now, so this confirms in his mind that Leary doesn't, or that Vinch doesn't have upgrades, and Vinch wants to kill that scout so bad, and he does.
Yeah. Wheelbarrow coming in for Vinchester again. And now he can hide his secrets in his base without the scout finding out. Castle Agent Horsecolor on the way for Leary.
So let's just think about this from Leary's perspective, because you're in the dark now. You have to probably make army to respect the crossbows. But the next step of going for ballistics, let's say, that could be over-investing in defense. So maybe you just go into some skirms. You even want to hide things. Kill? Does he not see that?
Is this another villager kill for Vinchester?
Oh, no way, dude.
Leary knew the army was over there. He was patrolling the archers, but he's going to get another one.
Wow. I'm so tilted for Leary right now, dude. How is Vinch so sneaky with this stuff, man?
He's just doing all the right things. He's doing all the things we say you should do with men-at-arms. Don't take full fights against archers, right? Just keep running around, force the army to hold back. And he's finding value somehow.
Well, you'll find he doesn't see any... Oh, he's going to get
away. He's gone again.
Oh.
We'll be back!
He didn't see the skirms, interestingly enough, so...
And there's no wildlife on this version either, so they can't just, like, randomly be killed by a wolf.
Yeah,
whatever.
True. If I didn't see skirms, I would just move out with my crossbows and think I'm going to win the game. But Leary did a really good job with hiding them, so...
Yeah.
Vinchester, he might do the same thing he did in the Italian game. There's no reason not to. Italians just scale a bit better with a full wall boom game, so drop the second TC and wait.
Leary, if you're going to wall like this, just wall to the edge of the map, bro. Second town center for Leary. Skirm's moving forward.
Men-at-arms are coming back. I really hope that these are the initial two militia. Let's pretend they are.
Yeah.
They're probably not.
Uh-oh. No, I don't think they are. They don't have it. They're not the ones with any kills either.
Did Leary see them? Neither player has a scout. Leary's investing into the upgrades, so he'd like to push, especially because he's in Castle Age. But he has to respect that there could be knights back there.
Yeah.
The Vinchester will drop the second town center, get all his upgrades. Vinchester will see the skirms now, so he knows, and he will drop the siege workshop.
He's going to use the men-at-arms to explore the map. That's nice. That's some good value. That's the only value you can get from them now. Gold has been cut off, though. Leary with Elite Skirm, 2 TC against crossbow. You got to wait for the siege to come out if you're Vinch, if you want to push.
Leary does not see the crossbows, though, so he might still be thinking about his base and that wood line. We might see Town Watch in queue in a second, and he drops his own siege workshop. But Vinch just sitting, and now Vinch shows the crossbows, and now Leary's like, okay, good. I'm protected. There's a lot of hills where the skirms are for Leary now, so I feel like if you fight through that position, you get a lot of value with the siege.
Yeah. Who do you like late game in these civs?
I think...
Kind of weird one, isn't it?
It is a weird one, because Chinese, the weakness is no bomber cannons, but Gurjaras can't get Halb. Or even pikemen, so... I think what Gurjaras struggle with is Halb siege ram. I think unless they get to full chakram thrower, they struggle. Look at Vinch. Yeah. He's looking for the forward siege workshop with that man-at-arm. It's amazing how much information he gets. But there is a siege workshop.
When tracking wasn't free.
Yeah, true. When nobody would ever click it. Yeah.
The most useless tech ever.
It also wasn't. It also wasn't very cheap either.
It wasn't cheap. No. It's like it was like more than arson is currently.
And it's funny because infantry really. Wait, where was I going with this? I was going somewhere with this.
It sucks.
The vision on infantry already isn't great with tracking. So it was even worse back then, yeah. I don't know. It feels like the same build from Vinch. 2 TC fast imp, but he's just not Italians this time.
So he doesn't get bomber cannon, which was an important part of that.
All he needs is for Leary to go imp in one of the forward town centers, though, and he's golden, so... He sees the crossbows there, sneaking out. Leary's applying a lot more pressure. They're a lot closer here, so his own siege can have a bigger effect, and Leary with a nice shot.
And that forces out the rocket cart, which if Vinchester wanted to go for a fast imp, that's really going to hurt his timing on that.
Yeah, and with 3 TCs up for Leary now, as long as he's able to just keep Vinchester and Castle Age a minute or two longer, he will surpass him in Vils. He has a good map position to push with Siege. That deer is walking with the skirmishers right now.
I'm surprised Leary's not doesn't have a unit on the southern part of the map, because this to me you haven't seen the crossbows in a long time. It kind of scream counterattack. I guess you have the TCs to protect, and he's got an archer over there. Okay, makes sense.
I kind of feel like every guess from Leary, except for the follow-up man-at-arms, but every guess has been kind of correct here, and I think he's probably thinking this is very familiar to that Italian game. But he's not going to counterattack. He's going to sit at home. But there's Imp. Imp's on the way.
Man. For reference, for anyone who doesn't watch Arabia regularly, this is very irregular.
Yeah.
These fast Imp plays are very, very unusual from Vinchester. Not something you would expect.
You have to have such a beautiful command over the entirety of your build-up. It goes all the way back to even the Feudal Age build. Vinch would tell you that the Feudal Age build, as he somehow doesn't kill anything there. I don't think they fired all their rockets, dude. And that's another big shot from Leary, and this could start to get dangerous.
Yes, this is not the position that Vinchester wants to be in. And he doesn't want to sacrifice his crossbows. He lost one of his archery ranges.
Yeah.
So his production has struggled here. Bracer will get him out of this jam.
But dude,
then he has to push all the way back across the map, and he's
on one archer. He's on one archer range, man.
Yeah. Okay, better hope for some better shots this time. Rocket Card's still trying to hold on. Hand card even coming in from Leary, so a fantastic eco behind from him.
Leary just needs to force another rocket cart, because if you force another rocket cart, that delays another archer range. That delays a couple more crossbows.
And he's explored with the archer at the back of Vinchester's base, too, so he knows what the setup is.
Yeah.
And he must be like, okay, this has to be faster.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gotten awfully quiet here. There would be more army if it wasn't fast imp. There might be some knights or something. He's trying to harass. The crossbows hop out there from Vinchester out of the town center, but there's multiple mangonels. It doesn't work out. It's a play we've seen before, but Leary's wise to it. And Leary's micro with the mangonels, Dave. Beautiful attack rounds. Uh-oh.
He's feeling it. He's feeling it. He's feeling it. This is way back in. Bracer is going to be tough. You go imp just so you can get Bracer. That's a huge upgrade there for Vinchester. It's not like he needs Arbalist or anything. He just needs the extra range. Really helps against the mangonels. Should be able to push this back, but once he does, what's he going to do? Because Leary is really, really ahead in eco and ahead in map control right now.
Yeah, Leary.
The res isn't looking bad for him.
Leary feels like he's done enough. He'll try and go imp behind this. He'll use a market, sell off that wood, buy some food, and just click. Probably worth idling your town centers a little bit too, because your army's getting less value now. Actually, he's dropping stables. Is he going to stay in Castle Age and try full Shravamsha?
Castle? Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean...
I don't...
Could work if there's only 20 crossbows, but...
I think Shravamsha...
Presumably, Vinch will keep massing.
I think Shravamshas suck. I think they're so bad.
Vinch!
I think they're so bad. I'm shocked he's going to do this. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. It should be good against archers.
They think you're bad too, so...
Well, I mean, they're not wrong, and neither am I, so... I mean, you have to wait till the last possible second here and hope that Vinch overextends, probably. If you're trying this. And you obviously need full armor. You probably need forging.
Oh, Winchester. Feast. Leary's looking for the big shot. Splits coming in from Vinch, and Bracer and Chemistry just killed. But he did at least get some value.
It's only 14 crossbows.
A little bit.
It's only 14 crossbows, but...
Need more ranges here from Vinch. You need like 4 range production.
Vinch is gonna...
all over the place.
Vinch can't stop pushing if he sees the stables. The whole idea is lower eco, more army. But you could go Fire Lancer if you wanted to. I saw a barracks there. Yeah, he's dropping a barracks. He is going to try some Fire Lancers, expecting the Shravamshas, it seems.
Your ecos are already kind of set up for it, right?
Yeah.
So it does make sense.
True.
And your techs are cheaper, too, with Chinese, which helps.
Yeah, you just don't have upgrades, I guess, which is the concern.
Here they come. They should be able to clear up the crossbows here, especially with dancing around some of these shots.
He's got so many of them. So many of them, and the crossbows can't get away, and Arbalest wasn't in. That's a full clear. Leary clears it. He's still in Castle Age, but he does clear it.
It's a good TC placement there. It's unlikely that the Mangonels are going to come again. So it's a nice third TC from Winchester. 78 villagers for him. So, like, despite maybe YOLOing, in quotation marks, Imperial Age, he still has a solid economy behind. And he managed to sneak in Arbalest as well, which is surprising to me.
If Leary could just keep Winchester dancing at home for a little bit, he can still get in. It's not like he has to continue with the Shravamshas. My opinions on them aside, that was maybe the perfect play, because if he tries skirms, it's not a good time, as we know. So he's microing the fastest unit in the game.
He's dancing.
And he's into the back. Quick walls from Winchester. Now Leary gets to see that it's going to be Fire Lancers as well. And the Shravamshas just run on through there. But I think Vince should be killing this and then moving forward immediately. You don't want to spend a lot of time in your base right now.
Yeah, I mean, the stone is also delayed from him, right? So he can't go forward with a castle with this army unless he wants to buy a castle. And that's kind of what he needs right now. He needs a castle in the middle there for some threat of pressure against Lear. Because right now it's just units weaving in between production building. Can't really take out the TCs.
Do you think skirms are a natural counter to Fire Lancers? Because I've found that my intuition as a player, upon seeing Fire Lancers, tells me that skirms should still be good, but they're not house.
They're not amazing.
Yeah.
They're really not that good against them.
And I mean, if it's Elite Fire Lancer and full armor, I think that is insanely good here. And the ARBs are already really good. Imp is still a minute away from Leary. He is going to try and use some mobility now to snipe the siege. That's what he has, is the mobility, but he does not have the tankiness that he's looking for. And there's Elite Fire Lancer.
Shravamshas aren't really going to be super scalable for you either. And Winchester, I think he wants to buy the stone.
Does he have it?
He's going to have to sell everything to buy stone.
Yeah, dude. But it's worth it.
Oh, he does!
It's worth it.
Doesn't hesitate for a second, dude. He slammed that market. There's the castle going up. Leary is just now getting the imp. He goes for a castle himself, so that's really good timing on the stone income from him.
Can we talk about the fact that Winchester went fast imp and he only killed 5 vills this game?
Vills?
And and he's only 10 vills behind. How is that possible? That's crazy.
Is part of it, but it's still like really impressive because I don't think Leary's eco behind has been that bad. It's his macro's been pretty good.
Yeah, he's had a lot. Now, Leary made it in, so he can make trebs. He's actually running out of wood right now. He just shifted a bunch of vills to the back to get wood. But if he could treb this castle back, that's the start of something good for him. Winchester can't find damage. He has the army lead. He wants damage, but he hasn't been able to do too much just yet.
What do you think about Rams?
I like it, but Rams are awkward with low economy. I'd actually prefer a siege tower right now, as stupid as that is and as stupid as that sounds. Just one, and then just roll into the back of Leary's base. Yeah, siege ram, Lancer siege ram. I don't think Gurjaras have an easy answer to. So it's really good.
Siege ram, like against siege ram, Gurjaras just need to go chakram. But then if you only have one castle, you're
exactly. There's the tower. Hate that that's the play, but it is. We've seen it work, and you could get through.
If he takes out Dude, if he takes out that TC with the Treb, the Fire Lancers are going to go crazy.
Yeah,
there.
that's a big group. That's a big group.
But there's hand cannons now coming in from Leary. Some of them.
I mean, if Vinch loses his castle, he has no defensive castles. And Leary will have one. And Leary could build a second. And Leary sees the Fire Lancers and tries to quickly wall here. But the range damage shoots the build. And he still holds it. What a hold.
Can do it? Oh my goodness. Single digit HP on those gates. Leary also takes out the Treb with skirmishers.
And saves his TC. Here we go. There's the siege tower. Choo-choo. Into the back of the base. Can't just patrol your units forward now. 8 units in there.
And Captorama is coming in from Winchester. Whatever you were saying about you can't do it on low eco. I mean, he's up to 120 Vils. That's crazy to me that his eco is that good with this build.
I think it's very easy to overextend a little bit with the Rams here.
Oh, the Fire Lancers come out.
So it's
around
just
the hand cannons.
The siege tower is tanking so many attacks and so much damage here. It's so tough. But yeah, look about the position for Vinch. He's got 1 siege workshop there. He doesn't have 4, and he's committing in the middle. So if Leary just holds this once and takes the middle, he could castle there, and he could figure this out. He's castling in the south now. He is getting Shatras with a good food eco, so his units will be really cheap. Vinch's forward castle didn't kill Leary. The Rams need to kill Leary now. What an awkward fight, man. Look how little the skirms do against those Fire Lancers. That's why he always needs the hand cannons, but he does have the hand cannons in the back, which is the best way to position them. I don't know if that's intentional, but they're back there.
Tons of techs coming in.
Siege ram, bro.
We're going to go... Dude, we're going to be at like 200 pop each. That's insane to think about.
Yeah.
With how this game has gone.
But Vinch needs to kill because he'll be raided to death with no castles at home.
Yeah.
The fact that he's getting to siege ram is wild. Just wild. You normally do not have an economy off a fast imp.
I mean, he also needs to secure like left of his base, or in the south of his base rather. There's 2 neutral golds there and then a secondary gold as well from him. Like, it's a really important position.
I think Leary's not going to expect siege ram. He sees a ram or 2 on screen there, but siege ram is not something you can hold very easily against. Winchester's castle might not complete here. There's a lot of hand cannons and skirms. A lot of the Lancers are going down. The Lancers need to be with the Rams. The Lancers are disappearing. But the castle for Vinch will complete. He just buys the time.
And that'll take care of a few of the skirms, but Leary backs away from there. Good splits. He's got a bomber cannon there. He's got the Trebs there. But the Rams are coming in on the other side, and you saw it in the Viper game. Like, they kind of struggle against the Siege Ram with Halbs or something inside of them.
Yeah.
Or Berserks or Pikemen or whatever, because they don't really have an effective melee unit to take it out. Leary's just going to go for Vils, and the Fire Lancers aren't here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you need the army too. That fight he just took to keep his castle up, it sacrificed his whole army. It would have been better to let the castle go down, and then maybe you can push this castle. We've got Vils and Lykev in there. There's maybe like 9 Lancers. I don't know if that's enough.
That's the question. Will he get this? He's fighting uphill against this castle. The Chakram throwers are there. They don't do a whole lot to the Rams, but it's adding up. And Leary's going to hold this castle here. He's going to hold this castle, and he takes down the castle from Winchester at the same time.
I don't know. There's still Rams. There's still Rams.
No, he should be fine. He should be fine, right? Surely he should be fine.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Which means he'll have 2 castles. Winchester will still have 0 defensive castles. Leary's holding, Dave. The reverse sweep it could be on.
Yeah, remember what we said coming into this game. Like, it's so important. Because Leary still has Chinese left. And to many people, that's considered the best save you could have in the draft. So it's almost considered a free win by some.
Random Shravamsha.
If he breaks Chinese here.
Random Shravamsha has found a castle there and is slowly denying it. Leary.
He hasn't broken them yet, though.
If Leary can settle his mind for a second, Lykev into Vinch's base ends the game. He needs to get into Vinch's base. Vinch has nothing back there. Just a couple Lykev. It's so tough to deal with those raids if you're Winchester.
Another castle in the north. Also, Winchester is grabbing the relics. Something
True.
Leary has not done yet. So that's
And
the
more
third relic
rams.
coming in for Vin.
More rams with a lot of army. It's only 2 rams. But, man, Vinchester just keeps coming here, man. He just keeps sending the pressure. He's focusing down some of the hand cannons. The bombard cannons for Leary are importantly taking down that ram. So the castle will probably still stay up, but the bombard cannons might go down. There's more
Leary's
rams coming.
over here. There's still like raids happening. There's other units dying, right? Like all the pressure is forward.
He has no army. Leary just lost like most of his army here to these fire lancers. I just keep expecting the fire lancers to die, right? Like against castles and against the hand cannons and some of these units. Maybe it's because the rams are tanking or just because of the strength of the fire lancers, but it's just continuous from Vinchester.
It's a nice number of hand cannons still alive, though. He's saved those inside the castle. He's going to micro around the skirms. Vinchester very clearly trying to just snipe those down, but the hussars aren't doing anything against these fire lancers, dude.
And Dave, Vinchester has the relics, like you said. He's still got the middle of the map. That 1 4-tile gold near this university is still denied. So soon Leary might run out of gold. You don't have good trash with Gurjaras. Except for hussars, unless you count that. This is... I thought he would push back. He hasn't been able to. What a game from Vinch. What a game.
And what a series.
Yeah, what a series.
Like, incredible series. Did not expect this coming in. We've seen Vinch at peak level before, and it looks very similar to this.
He keeps coming. More rams. And Leary has to react. He has to react. Maybe he shouldn't. Maybe he should go raid or something, but it feels like this is significant enough of a threat that he has to react, and the second he does, the Lancers are out. And the Lancers can take a Hussars, and the Skirms are there keeping the hand cannons at bay behind this.
And the minute Leary takes his eye off these hand cannons, he's going to lose quite a few of them. He's been dodging all the shots from the ballistic skirms.
Yeah, he did a good job there.
It's falling slowly. The Trebs are not working well in the castle as well. One of the Rams not attacking the castle. There's 4 relics in for Vinchester. There's 1 in for Leary. And there's an easy one for Vinch to take north of his base, too.
Vinch also has a lot of gold income right now beyond the relics. I'm seeing 3 different golds behind that one castle that he's taking.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Rams weren't focused on the castle, and he loses the Treb. So the castle for Leary will stand. Barely, but it stands.
Leary has 82 on food with Kshatriyas.
But what do you make with it?
You just, Hussar, more Hussar, and just send them into the base. You keep saying this, send them into the base. This is the reason that Hera makes his castles in his farm eco. A lot of times, right? He doesn't make them on the hills forward like Vinchester has done. Vinch has kind of done that to take map control, but the second that Leary gets comfortable at home, the raids are going to start coming, and either Vinch needs to drop some castles back there or start walling up.
Well, switch the order of the statement, and it applies as well. The only way Leary's comfortable at home is if he is in Vinchester's base, because Vinchester will always be here, and this will be a never-ending cycle until he's out of gold. But yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for one group of Hussars to try and make the run. Just one, but Leary's thinking he has to break
93 farmed. Yeah.
It really is something.
He's going to be out of stone soon. He's going to be out of stone soon to repair that castle, and then he has to spend gold to buy stone. It's ugly.
Oh, and there's more rams coming. Choo-choo, dude. More rams on the way. And they're not really defended, but any hits on the castle is worth it, maybe. Vinchester still with all the golds on the map, essentially. And there's like 10K. I'm double-clicking right now to see. He's got 5K, so half the gold left on the map is his. And he has the relics.
Might take out this castle if he's not careful. The bomber cannon's not doing enough. He does notice he buys stone to repair it. But the Hussar count is never more than like 20 at a time, max.
Yeah, they just die too quickly. And he only has 10 hand cannons. Vinch has lost a lot of skirms this game, killing the hand cannons, but he has taken down the hand cannons. And he's still holding, and he has another Treb, and it's going to be another Treb snipe from Leary. And so he'll hold on a little bit longer.
It kind of feels like Vinch is running out of gas a little bit here, dude.
I don't know. He hasn't lost Vils. He hasn't lost Vils.
Leary's at max pop finally. He hasn't been at max pop in a long time.
Well, he needs to raid then. These Hussars, your max pop, go raid.
Get out. That's what he's going to do. And Vinch needs to figure out a solution. I'd love to see stone walls from Vinch. Would love to see it.
Maybe you buy.
Not gonna do it. No one ever does it, but
maybe you start to buy a defensive castle here.
Right in the middle of the farms.
Right in the middle of the farms, near the monastery. Now, what Leary unfortunately doesn't have is siege to immediately push back that other castle. But if he can take that castle in the north away, it's a game changer. Vinch will deal with the raids. He's also rushing forward.
Yeah, he needs to not trickle treb on this next one too. And he's going for a second treb in the castle now as well.
More raids in the north. I like it from Leary. Loop the long way around. Look at the Vinchester taking stone up there, though, Dave. There's that blue blob. He's been stealing that stone. That feels pretty critical.
Really useful. And he's just YOLOing into Leary's base with the Fire Lancers and Skirms. He's like, all right, I need your army to follow me, bro.
Yeah.
But it's going to be housewalled out. That's great response from Leary.
I mean, there's a lot of military.
Maybe he's trying to distract the army while he comes out with the trebs and yeah, okay, that's what he's trying to do. There's to take out that castle.
There's a lot of raids right now for Leary. He kind of hit the jackpot there in the north. Look at Vinchester run away in a panic there. But Vinchester has a lot of rams, and he's got 2 trebs, and he's going for the castle again. And once again, Leary needs to go snipe the siege on the front.
Oh, wood income for Vinch is not looking good. The production, he's got 38 Fire Lancers, but only 5 in the queue.
True. And you need wood for everything he's been making.
Oh, does he save the castle?
Hoardings! Hoardings!
Come on!
I mean, for now the castle's living, but the bombard cannon, hand cannon count for Leary is a problem, and I still don't think that skirmishers do enough against these Fire Lancers to hold this.
Oh, here come the Rams. Can he hold this? He's been holding for so long. The castle's taking 20k damage. He's still repairing. He buys more stone to repair that.
The trebs
if the
for
castle
Leary
goes down, the base is wide open.
The trebs for Leary, the bombard cannons for Leary, the castle will fall, and was this where Vinchester does it? It feels like once the castle's gone and the siege is gone, Leary will have to tap out.
Look at the pop from both. Look at the pop from both. They're falling. Vinchester has some more units in the queue. Leary has 40 hussars in the queue. The castle down. Finally goes down, and the Fire Lancers are into the eco. Leary had, at one point, 95 on food. He's at 72 now.
I mean, this is some pretty critical damage. With 5 relics behind this for Vinchester, he's obviously being able to take some time to assess the situation, build more castles around the map.
He's going for the other
castle.
He's going for the other castle.
I mean, it'll be 0 castles for Leary. He will have 2 relics. He will still be able to queue up a lot of hussars, but these Fire Lancers just seem so easy to spam for Vinchester, and they get so much value. The only thing that can kill them is hand cannons, and hand cannons are expensive. Wow.
GG, good luck next. 4-1 Vinchester, an incredible set, one of the best sets of his life, and trust me and Tristan have watched a lot of Vinchester. That was insane. He kept Leary on his toes. Leary never knew what was going on.
Yep.
And then this game especially, dude, the most impressive thing for me wasn't even the fast sim strat, because it looked like a good position for Leary. It was the fact that he was only like
10 villas behind.
Villagers behind at most. At most.
Also, how many times have we cried for someone to go siege ram? And we're talking some of the very best. And they'll always do it like 20 minutes after the situation makes sense for it, right? Dude, he went siege ram so early here, and Leary had to give it so much respect. To see a series where we really never got to see Leary play his type of game is usually impossible, because Leary's so good. Yes. He controls the game, and it's always his type of game. So this was strategic. This was obviously ability. And I've been hearing the hype about Vinch. I'm well aware he's been practicing like crazy, but even I didn't really think that beating Leary was going to be doable for him today. So well played to him, dude. That was fun to watch. My God.
What a God, dude. I mean,
also, when you go fast in,
ready for this.
When you go fast in, you never tech switch. It's always full push, full arbalest.
And but he had the eco. He tech switched like 4 times.
Exactly. But he also went Fire Lancer way earlier than I would have. If a lot of people stay on ARB for a little while longer, but he just immediately went into it.
When I suggested Ram, and you're like, yeah, I usually have to have a big eco for that. I looked up at the vill count. He had like 95 vills.
Yeah.
I'm like, where is this coming from?
Yeah.
That's craziness from Vinch. The macro is on point. The decisions, obviously. And like you said, Leary on the back foot is a very unusual feeling, because usually people are reacting to him.
Impressive. Happy for Vinch, dude. And I'm also very interested. Vinchester versus Viper. I feel like in some ways it's actually maybe a little bit better for Viper because Viper is very strategic. We saw like some weird fast castles from Viper. That'll be something to look out for.
Yep.
Vinchester's 2 Militia, Vinchester's mind games. There'd be a lot of wacky
and
strats
like
in
if
that
Vinch
series.
is like, okay, I'm gonna force him to invest in army and I'm gonna boom. Like, no, Viper's already greedy as hell.
Exactly,
He's
exactly.
got one skirm at home. Yeah.
Whereas
we'll see what he does.
With Leary, I mean, Leary would probably punish Viper with the aggression. So,
yeah.